Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Titan's Edge Part 2 of hopefully many parts. How are you guys all doing today? How's my players?
Pretty solid.
Oh.
More chaos.
Yeah.
Like there's some chaos
like
going on?
There's nothing
Probably.
I could be prepared for when it comes to this.
Mhm.
There's no preparing. It's just happening.
I'm still in the
Pure moment.
I'm still in the Dungeon Master phase where I'm like, okay, I can plan all this out. It's gonna be nice and organized. But then like last campaign I did, Scurvy Seas, it definitely evolved to it's like, well, there's some rough sketched bullet points and notes here. Other than that, we're gonna wing it. So we'll see how long it
DM
takes before I get there.
DM session 1 versus session 50 notes
Yeah.
is the best. Because DM session 1's like 5-6 pages of like paragraphs. And then session 50 is like, alright, here's like 4 bullet points. We'll see how many we get to.
I'm gonna present one. If they don't like one, I'll go to 4 maybe, and we'll see.
Or maybe we'll spend 3 hours on just one.
It's really gonna be like that because like before the whole campaign started, I'm like, oh, I got like 15 pages of notes on stuff in a document. Great. Just episode 1, okay, over a page of stuff down. Great. This episode, it's just about half a page, so we're getting there. We're getting down and down and down. So
Classic.
we shall see what it all evolves into. How was everyone's week?
Long.
I'm sick.
solid.
Oh.
If
Side,
I
how about
sound
you?
congested. Side?
Side?
Side.
Oh.
Side.
Ooh.
Oh, he's dead. Oh.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to kill off his character now. Okay.
R.I.P.
Yep.
Shoots a slingshot in the air and accidentally the rock comes back down.
That happens. But yeah, we unfortunately do not have Side with us today. He'll hopefully be joining us next week. His character has important things to do anyway, so don't you worry. And yeah, I guess we just get into playing D&D.
Let's do it.
Unless we want to try to look at some
Unless-
fan art.
Ooh.
Now,
I'm down.
Yes.
we mentioned this as the show was already live here, and I didn't quite remember to set it up all nice like so we could look at it together. But in a moment of panic while we were waiting for people to arrive, I did drag and drop all of or a bunch of the fan art just into. I tried to drag it into the game, but then it automatically like went into Firefox, so it just as like images. So we're gonna see
Firefox.
how messed up it is. Yeah, I use Firefox for like this, because then I use like for the actual running game, I use Chrome, and then I use Firefox.
Interesting.
For
I just think of the
visual.
schlatt like Firefox. Firefox? What the happened? That's great audio.
Yep.
So, will it work? Will it work? Oh my goodness, that worked almost perfectly. That's crazy.
Wow, that is not
Wow.
bad. That's
it was like
not bad.
accidentally very nicely cropped with how the screen is. But yeah, we got some of that.
Wait,
going.
I'm the dungeon master? Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Oh,
I
So
all
that didn't go. work
magic
out.
items. Let's go.
So perfect.
You see my skin turn a little red as you get embarrassed because I didn't
Oh,
change
God.
the screen for that. Oh wait, no, I'm Michael.
I just
sorry.
You're not
stopping
Wick.
to-
Oh,
I
you're
know,
me
I-
now. Okay.
Yeah,
Mitch
sorry.
is Wick.
am I? Oh, I'm the one. I'm the color.
Caleb,
So I
just-
bought,
myself.
I bought
I'm
10 more
chilling.
Funko Pops this week.
Hey, I bought 3 today.
Ah.
It was a
Oh
one
I
piece.
said this
It was a
week.
1 piece day. They dropped like 20 Funkos today.
Oh,
There we go. We got
it
some
was
goat
so
meal here.
close to perfect.
Go
Go
meal.
meal.
Goat.
The legend himself, goat
Goat.
meal.
The best NPC.
The
Little
only important one.
nice little sketch of a nanny.
Another
It's so pretty.
That was
It's
really
so
good.
cute.
Not everyone else's art is really good as well, but like, I don't know, that was just like pops, you know?
I love this one too.
We got that
Excuse
books
me.
boy
I'm
right
glad
here.
people are enjoying her. Ooh.
I feel like this one's my favorite just because of the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Wick wins this one. So, very good. I want to like.
Let's
Motion
go.
Pictures.
I'm tempted to put a completely trivial and unfair thing in, Like every time someone has like the best fan art of the week, whoever that fan art's of, just give them something in game. That sounds fun.
Oh.
Ooh.
So Mousy, since I like this one best, you character gets GM inspiration. So
Let's go.
before any roll, you get to call it out, and if you want to use that, you get advantage on the roll. It's a mechanic like in the game that hardly anyone uses, but it's fun. I also got some really nice written bits of backstory from some people, so I gave it to them as well. So if you see anyone calling out to use their inspiration, since, you know, obviously this isn't a bard group, that's what they'll mean, and that's what'll happen.
Heck yeah.
So
That's until I multi-class into bard. You'll never see the
yeah, then we'll
wizard
get
bard combo.
confused.
Don't test
Not
me.
the wizard bard. What's the point of a wizard bard? I'm a sorcerer wizard. Well, actually, there is a point in that, I guess.
Sorcerer wizard makes sense. Wizard bard
sorcerers
makes no sense.
everything.
Wizard warlock is just a dropout.
Yeah. All right, but I guess it's time for us to begin the thing. I have no idea what music I'm about to play for beginning this, but we'll get used to it. But we will now begin the next episode of Titan's Edge. Previously on Titan's Edge, our group came together and they began to sail towards the region of Fulminon. Their task was to ensure that the great Titan Fulminox, long slain, remains in its dead state. So, they journeyed here, on back of a giant shelled leviathan, massive turtle that they can ride across the seas, into the stormy region of Fulminon. While going there, they found many interesting things, such as glowing lightning dolphins that followed along behind them. One of our heroes, known as Anemone, wanted to catch one, but was unsuccessful in doing so. As they met with some other people on the ship, they eventually found themselves in a new land, with a lot of interesting glowing and lightning themed things going on. They quickly made their way to the village, found what seemed to be a trial going on, and proceeded to completely mess everything up, and started shooting, you know, bits of fire over here, morphing into this guy, just causing as much chaos as they could to try to make some sort of escape for a dwarf that was put on trial for stealing Titan glass from the very mine he worked in and potentially committing a murder. As they used many enlarged spells and different sorts of grasping traps and just pure chaos, they managed to, in the long run, get that dwarf out of there, and all managed to evade capture unscathed. They then met with a goat named Goatmeal, who, after, forming a connection with Anemone, was able to lead them to his owner, Sparkelius, the very man they were seeking in this land, the one who would guide them and help them understand how it is going to be possible for them to stop this Titan from rising. We now come into what seems to be a small shack. You can see a bunch of straw littered around the ground, goat chewing out of a random bucket. Goatmeal's having a good time. And you can see Sparkelius standing before a rough-hewn table, just like starting to lay some maps out onto the table. What's everyone doing?
I'm
Brain.
assuming we're in his house, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm probably just kind of like hanging out, just like, I guess waiting for the like maps to come out and like, did we give him the letter yet? I would look over at Rex and be like, give him the letter. Did he read the letter yet?
No, clearly.
Well, give it to him then.
I get up from my little meditation and walk over to Sparkelius. Now, look, I don't know what this means, to be honest, but we were supposed to hand you this letter. Apparently, it's important.
Oh, is that letter that was sent from Mr. Quillstone he mentioned I'm going to be needing?
Yes.
That guy.
You see his eyes just like spark with electric energy. You can tell that they're kind of just like glowing, and they emit like a small sense of light across what seems to be his otherwise dark features. And yeah, he snatches the letter out of your hand quickly and begins to open it. And as he does, you can see the letter kind of like fold open, and the text begins to glow slightly as you hear a familiar voice. And the voice of Quillstone comes back to you. And he says, "All right, so now you have all gotten ready. You have arrived, and you are ready to bind the Titan. So, in this letter, I have given you several immovable rods. These immovable rods are used to bind the Titan in place. Literally, you just go around the sides of this thing, put them in place. It's going to take about a dozen. There's going to be other ones in there, but some, eventually lose their magic. Things go crazy here. So just keep those up, make sure they're all intact. If you see any on the ground or something, make sure they're back in place. Well, if you can move them. If you can't, they're probably doing their job anyway. So that should be perfectly fine. And make sure there's no one, committing any dangerous acts in there. Once you do that, then make sure to get message back to me, and you may be ready to go home. Feel free to take as much time as you need. Inspect the area. See if anything's amiss. Good luck." And then the text stops glowing. And, yeah. You are given some of your direction of what to do. As several of these just like ornate metal rods just come falling out of the other side of the envelope.
You also said there were some maps on the table.
Yes.
Right? Milo will have taken some of the paper that he uses for writing, and he just starts trying to recreate all the maps.
Okay.
And for the one where they're at the town, he just circles a little thing with a "You are here" next to it.
Nice. Let's see. Can you make me... Let's do a intelligence check, just to see how well you put those maps down.
See,
Unless you got
that's the
cartographer
issue.
tools or something.
I don't think I have cartographer tools.
So it's a raw intelligence check.
Yes. Oh, that's a saving throw. Hold on. Check. It's just that one. Sorry.
Even better. Yeah, so you seem to, believe that you're putting everything down just as you see it.
Will I be able to read it later? Who knows? But
Yeah. It looks a lot like what you're looking at. Now, these maps aren't necessarily, perfectly made. A lot of them seem to be drawn by Sparkelius himself, and there's some notes just thrown around on different pages, just like little drawings of different creatures and stuff. You see this one spot that's like has a little mountain range on it with this big old like giant centipede looking thing with just like lightning bolts coming off of it. It's really a beautiful artistic rendition of whatever he's supposed to be.
are the creatures drawn in crayon?
No, they are not.
Okay, dang it. All right.
It's about to make you make an insight check for that, but no, they're not, unfortunately.
I will put the rods in my backpack.
All right.
You said there was a dozen?
Yes.
Or how to make...
You have 12 immovable rods. At the moment, you can move them, though.
Yeah, I'm assuming right now they aren't awakened. or
Sound
they are inert.
movable.
Immovable? IMMO? Immovable rod. Throw that into my equipment. If I can. If it lets me.
Yeah, so you see Sparkelius like lean over on the table, spread open one of the maps, and like just kind of look down at it. All right, so it sounds like you guys are gonna go right into the belly of the beast. All right. Not to be confused with the town, of course, but we're gonna go all the way in to the Titan. Now, you just run along a lot of the trail. You'll be able to find good spots for those immovable rods. I don't particularly know exactly what's going on, but I can get you in there. No big problem. There is the problem of, that little dwarf feller. We should probably consider doing something about Tommen. So, I did...
What is he doing right now? What is Timmy doing in the corner?
Well, you
Poor
look in the
Timmy.
corner and he's not there.
Oh, where
we
do
leave
we
him?
know where Timmy is?
crap.
Timmy.
Did we just leave Timmy to bleed out on the road?
Hopefully.
No, don't ever.
Wait,
I know
hopefully you wanted to save him.
Where Tommen went, okay? Don't you worry about that.
Who's that?
Timmy. If you're calling him Timmy, then he's Timmy.
Thank you.
Had your friend Shydock or whatever his name is go and take him over to a safe house of mine. My uncle runs the place. She'll be perfectly fine. He'll be fine with that friend of yours, right?
She?
Yeah.
You said
Um,
your uncle runs a place. She'll be perfectly fine.
You making fun of the way I talk?
Emily.
Yes.
Nah, it's fine. I don't care. But yeah, he's gonna be fine. Tommen's gonna be fine. Shydock might be fine. My uncle's probably not fine, but he went through a pretty bad divorce a couple years back, so I don't think he's gonna be fine for a good long time. Until he finds someone, of course, but I don't see that happening with a guy like him. He's a little young, but it's perfectly fine. So
You would be quite surprised, my friend. There are lots of how do you say, crazy the people out there. Lots of cuckoos, not right in the head.
Z-cuckoos? I've never heard of what is a Z-cuckoo?
yeah, what's one of these?
It's
Zee
a cuckoo.
Is there saying back from
He pulls out a
my
little piece
home?
of paper and starts to take notes.
Is the saying goes if they are cuckoo if they are cuckoo they are poo poo.
How do you spell that?
I'm not
I
going to
got
spell
a
it for you.
Z-E-E. Is that a K
Yeah.
or a C we thinking?
I'm thinking a K.
Yeah.
The K.
The cuckoo.
Z.
Cuckoo.
Z-cuckoo.
The K-O-O-C-O-O.
The cuckoo or the poo poo.
I'm just
Is
going.
that right?
He crumbles up the piece of paper and just tosses it off to the side on the floor. You see Goatmeal go up to it
Milo's
and
just
start chewing
sweating
on
now.
it.
That is probably the best.
So,
Oh my gosh.
sorry, I just figured you were the intellectual one among the group, but fair enough. It's all is fine. Good to see that you're going to be leading everyone in the proper directions. I see you've been copying some of my maps. Fine craftsmanship and handiwork, if I do say so myself.
Writing is something that I am quite good at. Proverbs and the idioms is not so much. No.
That's right. Absolutely. I completely agree with you 100%.
Yes.
Now, we can't just, leave, Timmy. We'll call him Timmy. We can't just leave Timmy at my uncle's place forever. He's gonna be found eventually, and to be honest, part of me feels like I want to turn you guys in, but I'm not going to because of a bigger part of what I'm supposed to do right here. So, how are we gonna fix this? Anyone have any ideas? Because all I know how to do is, get you guys to the Titan.
The dwarf thing?
Yeah, the dwarf thing.
I
Stop
think
an
that
execution from happening.
well, do we have to go through the mines to get to the Titan?
Huh. It's two separate entrances, I suppose, but yeah, you could make your way. I mean, the mines are partially inside the Titan, I suppose.
Why don't we just take the long way through the mines and do a little investigation and then see if they're innocent and they did, like, if we can find any, like, foul play, and then if there wasn't, then we can bring it back when we're done with the Titan.
A murder mystery.
And a
is-
theft.
Killing the two birds with the one stone.
That's the saying. Way better than the cuckoo is the poo.
It's okay. You do not have to repeat the
Is the
statement.
killing is birds with the one stone.
Where are you
That
people
was,
from
she
anyway?
is making fun of how I speak.
Is that them not the speaking the way?
What are you saying? I do not
don't know.
understand what it
And
is you're
I'm
trying to say.
I'm trying to have a cool accent too.
I'm just chilling in the
I-
corner, just
accent.
drinking my booze.
Je sais pas. It's...
Is the cuckoo?
I'm trying not. I'm trying to like suppress my laughter, like
The
not letting.
poo
like, not
Yeah,
try-
Milo's fully embarrassed as well. She's like, I...
The goat meal. Are you hearing this?
Z is not a word. I'm saying
I
za.
thought you-
Za.
I thought you just put the in front of everything, and that's how your
No,
accent.
do not
oh.
say...
I do not say. I see every word just starts with the Z.
I do not know
Is exactly.
what you are trying to say about my accent. It is...
His accent.
Yeah, let's not mouth shame people around here. Come on.
I'm not mouth
It
shame.
sounds
I
like
like
you're doing
it.
a little bit of mouth shame. Okay.
I like it.
Well, your mouth praising. That we don't go praising each other's mouths constantly, do we?
Before we go to the mines, can we have some oatmeal?
That's a very strange request.
Why?
I'd like some oatmeal. You know, we've been saying goat meal's name for so long, and
You are
It's
so
just-
lucky I have oatmeal. Go ahead, go grab some out of the
of
cupboard.
course
right there.
you have oatmeal. Yay!
a nice warm bowl, and it's cold outside.
I would like to go to the kitchen and make everyone the oatmeal.
Okay, let's get a survival check to
It's
see
just
how well you make
oatmeal.
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 Let's see these oats.
Wait, survival?
Yep.
That was not survival. Hold on, that was
Oh, I
stealth.
wish
That was
that
stealth. That
was
was stealth.
so bad.
I rolled
Ah,
+5 in survival.
never been
Well, you
so
didn't
disappointed
do
in
it
a
very
natural
stealthily.
20.
It's the loudest oatmeal production you've ever heard. Yeah, it's like a whole full-on
That
factory.
She
tracks.
sings the oatmeal song as
That
she's making
tracks.
it.
Yeah. Me and the saw.
Yeah, making some oatmeal.
For some reason, there's the
me
sounds
and
of hammers on
oatmeal.
boards.
And we're gonna have a
Welding
good time
sounds.
making it eating oatmeal.
Describe this Michelin star oatmeal that you bring to everyone.
Oh, she went ham in this oatmeal. Any ingredient she could throw in there to spice it up. Cinnamon, splash of vanilla extract, you know, a little garnish of something. It hits.
3 blueberries on the top as a
Yeah.
garnish.
Oh, the
No,
uneven
the
numbers.
garnish.
Ooh.
No, it has to be a smiley face.
Oh.
Actually,
Yeah.
the only
With
goat milk gets the
walnuts?
smiley face.
Yeah, no, goat meal gets a heart.
Ooh, spicy.
I like goat meal.
Where do you get all this stuff from? I don't even remember having all this.
Your kitchen.
That was incredible. You some sort
I
of
don't remember.
sorceress?
Yeah.
Phew. I can see what you see in there one goat meal. Phew. Well,
Mm.
I got good news and bad news. Good news, I'm ready to go. Bad news, we're totally not allowed to go in the mines.
Any
Is
reason?
it-
It's okay.
Why did
I'm
you let me
very
say my idea then?
I'm very stealthy.
I thought we were just brainstorming at the time. I didn't know that was what we were all going to go with. Oh.
Well, that's like the best, like, straight shot.
Hey, it's a
Kinda
straight
thing.
shot through a bunch of guards that don't want us to go in there, isn't it?
Well, we just beat them up and then we're free to go.
All right. We're not going to be beating up
I don't know if.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if beating up more guards is a good idea.
Yeah,
We've
maybe
already
it
done enough
is-
damage.
We can
Especially-
disguise ourselves as guards. That worked.
I can be
Yeah,
a goat
barely.
again.
No, we're not doing the goat again.
No, well,
Wow.
I think that they would probably try to stop a goat from going into the very dangerous mines, generally speaking.
Well, a lot of goats are around them mountains, so.
It
But
is
yeah, they probably
possible.
won't stop them at the time.
I
I
mean,
think
if-
you guys could perform a task for the overseer. Then you might get easy access.
Like a song?
Sort of like a song. Instead, it's more like spelunking into a dark abyss trying to find a body that could be rotting for several days.
Oh, who's the overseer?
Overseer Umber, he was the guy up on doing the whole execution thing beforehand.
Rex just looks at his beard, just like, oh no. Oh,
He's
God.
been trying to find someone to go, into the mines, but obviously, the body fell down into a dark abyss, dangerous place that you usually don't want the miners to go into, and well, they're not.
So there's a rotting body we have to find?
It is very likely.
Wait,
so.
is this the body of the dead guy that?
Yeah. Wait, no, this is a great
Oh.
idea, guys. If we want to solve the murder mystery, we go to the scene of the crime.
That
Yeah.
is usually how it goes.
One
Two Zach
problem.
cuckoos with one poo-poo.
The cuckoo, the poo-poo.
That's right.
You're not using the phrase correct. Never mind. I'm not going to try. It's a
the
culture
problem.
thing.
The overseer doesn't like me
Why?
Well,
because I disguised as him and then I punted him.
Well, did he see you
Yeah,
disguised as him?
does he know it's you?
Well, he saw my clothes and I changed my
Yes.
clothes a little bit, but like, I don't know.
Well,
he never
if
he never saw me
Hmm.
like this, but
If
I don't
anything,
know if
I'm in the clear because I was
Same.
disguised as an actual guard.
I
So-
was unseen
Me.
as far as I could understand. So I doubted that there is any suspicions for me. Maybe not for you so much, Rex, considering you were seen with the guard on the walk back.
That's true. That's if he kept his word.
Well, we can try and
Me?
trust the people in power, but sometimes they are not always.
you guys could go talk to them and be like, hey,
Yes.
we have an adventurer group and we're willing to do this for you. These are the people, but you don't have to see them.
I can go. I'm very
Yes.
persuasive.
Mm,
No.
Maybe you should stay with me.
We
Mhm.
could just all try
Aw.
to go sneak past and get right into the mines.
I could make you tiny and then put you in my backpack.
I don't know how tiny.
Would anyone be able to see me?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I could say, I could say you're my child.
Ooh. But wouldn't I be the same proportions?
No, you'd be halved, I think.
No, like I mean, like
I don't
my
know if cutting
my
each
like
other in half is
limbs.
going to be the best way to sort this thing out. I'm just going to say.
Did you say we sneak into the mines? Is that what you said?
I don't
Spark-
know. If you
Sparky?
guys are good like that, we could possibly sneak right in there. Who knows? Maybe
I-
we'll just convince the people out front to let us in. But, the...
We'll just say that we were sent there by
not-
the people in charge to examine the body.
Who's? I'm
Actually, a good
no.
idea.
I'm not good at lying. Never mind.
I'm good at
Um,
lying.
Oh,
What's up, Milo?
all I was going to say is that is actually a better idea. As much as I don't like the idea of lying to the people in power, considering I do not like having sharp-pointed objects stuck into my body. A little bit of fears regarding that. But considering the fact that at least two of us, three of us, if not so, are very much so known and understand by the people in charge, it might be the only option that we have that is logical.
We sneak in.
I mean, that sounds like the easier thing by the sound of what everyone's saying right here. However, it's not the most
We
legal thing.
sneak in, and if we get caught, we just go in with confidence. Oh, we're supposed to be here.
And then we
Or-
send them like
Plan
on like
B.
a little like run around.
Or I can use some of my trickery magic to make that plan go a bit smoother.
I could also be a distraction. I'm a good distraction.
But then you're gonna get separated from us.
I'll figure it out. I can just fly in as a bird or something.
You can fly.
Or a spider,
Yeah.
maybe something real tiny.
I don't know if I have a spider.
You could be a spider.
smart.
Or you could be a cat.
Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
If all that's what you guys are doing, I could probably help distract the guards out front a little bit too. I make deliveries over there. So
True.
start up a conversation
Okay.
with them. They
Okay.
always are
Wait,
very attentive when I
wait,
start up a conversation with them.
I have my hand raised. I have a question.
He gives you a high five.
I have a question.
Milo stifles a laugh.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Can goat meal come?
Goat meal.
Question. I have a question. Why?
Well, I like goat
Who's
meal.
gonna carry the stuff? If I'm gonna be trying to pretend I'm giving him a delivery, then the goat meal's usually the one to do that.
All right,
You
if the
can
goat doesn't
carry
go in
it.
the mine with us, then fine.
No, goat meal can carry like 6 times his weight. And the right goat meal.
Strong.
Goat meal doesn't like carrying that much stuff.
He loves carrying that much stuff. He shows all the other goats how strong he is.
I can talk to him.
So can I.
Technically, all of us can talk to the goat. It is whether or not we will understand his
Yes.
response. That is the different
I
factor.
understand his responses.
Look, you just don't understand the bond of which me and goat meal have. He trust me.
Fine. Okay, if goat meal wants to come, would you let him come then?
Yes, that's part of the deal already.
Okay, so goat meal's gonna choose.
Between what? Coming or coming? What are the two options right here?
He's in the mines. He's
Hey,
gonna
you are
come
not
with
taking
us.
goat meal down
No,
there in that mines.
we're not
Yes!
taking the goat in the mines.
I want to take him with us.
It makes no
Anemone.
sense.
So tempted to take the
If
goat.
you
just
need a light
so
source,
they
you
are.
light a torch. You don't use my goat meal to you know.
I have a
Anemone-
light source.
I don't think we can take the goat. It's very hard.
Plus, if
If
you're
you
trying
Hey,
to
go up and down a rope, it is going
he
to
can
be
do
hard.
it.
Well,
The
goat
goat-
meal's quite the climber, but he ain't a climber with a rope. And
Goat
you're
meal does
probably
not
gonna need
have.
to
Will
rappel down
goat
like
meal
100
be
feet
here
anyway.
when we come back?
What if he isn't?
Don't say that!
What if I send
Don't
goat
be-
meal off to goat college?
Rex
No!
and Milo are really stifling laughs now.
Oh my god.
I could send him away. He's gonna come back with a degree.
Go college.
If you do something to goat
Goatnomics.
meal, I'm gonna come for your knees.
You're just gonna make her like him
I'd
more
like
because
to
he's gonna
see
come
you
back
try.
educated, and everyone loves an educated man.
I am so confused. Weren't you
Goat
really?
meal
Where
is
was
very
the race?
educated.
Oh, hold on. I'm
You'll
so
have a
confused
degree.
by this argument because weren't you like maybe not even 5 minutes ago? Weren't you quite in support of this friendship between the small woman and the goat?
Satyr.
Yes.
How if she's
the
trying to
satyr.
get my goat meal
satyr.
hurt in the bottom of a mine?
We're not bringing the goat.
That makes sense. The goat cannot climb rope anyway. It does not
I
have
don't think it's a good
opposable
idea at
thumbs.
this
Okay. Goat meal doesn't have to come in the mine, but can I? But are we gonna come back
Yes.
and
What if
see
you
goat
don't?
meal again?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back.
I would like to smack Sparkles in the face.
No. No, I'm grabbing her.
All right, I'm gonna need a either dexterity or strength check from each of you. Your choice.
Aye.
Saving throw or just check?
Just checks. He's gonna make a saving throw to see if he gets wrecked.
I'm gonna use Dex because my strength is 0.
My strength is -1. Oh no.
Yeah. You go to
You just
smack
see
him in.
Yeah. No! Anemone, we don't hit.
Like a toddler.
Bad kid.
We don't. We don't know how old you are.
You're mean to me. After I made him oatmeal too.
It was some good.
Some people are just really ungrateful. You know, they don't understand.
Okay, hold on a second. I was just pulling her buttons, okay?
For the love of Celestia, can we just go to the mine?
What's Celestia?
This argument.
Don't worry
is
about it. Let's just go to the mine, please.
Going
Please.
in circles.
We're wasting
Let's-
time.
All right. So
Yes.
if you're going into the mine, you got
Come
plenty of
on,
snacks.
goat
Thank
meal.
Wait.
Yes.
We are bringing snacks into.
Oh, what if you get trapped in there for a few days?
Oh my god,
Is
I
there
just
a
want to go to
bag?
the mine.
Is there a bag somewhere around?
What
Like,
about
regardless of
rations?
material.
Yeah.
Can I grab a bag and pour the oatmeal? We have snacks. I'm gonna walk out the door and start walking towards
Burning
the mine.
hot oatmeal
That
in a
was my
burlap sack.
grandpappy's rucksack.
It's dripping.
It's oatmeal, so it's like gooey.
That was the last thing I had of my
Yeah.
grandmother,
Oatmeal now.
Sparkelius the 11th.
I'm
Oh,
walking
yeah.
to the mines with my oatmeal.
Come on, goat meal. We're going.
This is oatmeal.
You guys got ropes and torches and all that sort of stuff?
I have
It's
plenty.
gonna be so gross in a couple days. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, well, it's oatmeal. That'll keep.
Oh yeah, it'll keep all right.
Keep something.
It's gonna be all down the side of me.
Oh,
Who knows? It might come in handy. I might be able to.
it's that thing when
Butter
like,
socket.
it's really uncomfortable, but you're also really determined just to do this.
Yeah. She's
So-
really smart, but she's really not.
Wisdom and
We're
intelligence are
going
two very
to
different
the
things.
mine. We're going to the mine. We're going to the mine.
It is probably best if you do not chant that we are going to the mine, so that the entire town can hear us.
And they're used to noise anyway.
We're going to the mine.
Depends on if they're
We're
still
going
looking
to
for
the
it.
mine.
You know, it's actually really bad for the stealth if you keep saying that.
Yes, that
Oh.
was sort of my point.
Totally.
I'm very stealthy.
Oh, good. We're all gonna need it. So, goat meal. Take this and this, and he just keeps like loading bags on top of goat meal. And one of these, and this. Now I know this one's meant for a donkey, but it's important that you carry this. And here's one more. Okay. And you just see goat meal just covered in a bunch of saddlebags and other things tied up to his back.
Does he look uncomfortable? Or is he chilling?
He kind of always has this air of moderate discomfort among him, but
Oh, okay.
I like
So it
to
hasn't
imagine
really
he's
changed.
kind of showing off a little bit as well.
yeah, he's standing strong. He ain't buckling or nothing, so.
Oh, Anemone, you see
Looking
this?
like it's But yeah, there's easily like
Yeah.
You see
100 to
that?
200 pounds of stuff on his back right now.
Oh
He's a big
my
goat.
gosh.
He's a big goat, though, so.
Sure he is.
Is
All
he
right,
rolling down,
you guys
though?
ready to go? As you see, Sparkelius put on just like a small
Wanna know?
backpack.
Yes, please.
Let's get moving.
Okay. So you're causing a distraction, and then we're going in. Does
Mhm.
anyone have anything to make us more stealthy?
Yes.
Okay, good.
No,
I can turn into a bear.
No.
No,
no.
that's the opposite of stealth.
Maybe turn
Yep.
into like a little like rat or something.
I have a squirrel.
You could,
That could
but we're
work.
still a couple hours away from the mine. We wanna...
Yeah, but we're brainstorming.
Oh,
We're walking and
brainstorming.
talking.
When we get close, just follow my lead, please.
We're Titan storming.
Anemone, that's mainly directed at you.
I would like to try and climb on top of the dragon. Man.
No!
All right, let's see that acrobatics check.
We need a ticker or something. Like how many times has she tried?
It's just like how many days since Anemone
And
made
each-
chaos.
Anytime there's a long walk, she's gonna try and be lazy with it. Acrobatics.
Okay,
I guess
you
I
can
do
do the same
I do
to
it back.
yeah, contest.
Womp
Yeah.
womp.
Once again, just you step to the side, she falls right off, landing onto the ground.
Um,
In case you forgot, I'm a dragon, not a horse.
would you use a spell? However,
Did you fly
which is
dragons though?
depends-
Do you have wings?
Does it look like I have wings?
I don't know. You're wearing a big robe.
Is this a good point?
No.
You're gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong? Am I
no,
wrong?
I don't have wings.
Okay.
You got horns?
Do I have to walk
Is he
all the
wearing
way
special
there?
Horns that are
He's
clearly
just
sticking
like
out of
for
his
you.
head.
Yes, Anemone.
Yes,
do.
unfortunately, I cannot cast the levitate on you. I have not. I'm tapped out, as they say.
Tapped out.
Oh no.
That means you'll have to
Yes.
use your legs, like the rest of
Yes.
us.
Okay.
You should be fine. You got two of them. My uncle doesn't have two legs, but he
Oh,
still
he-
gets by.
Your uncle is a interesting fellow.
Yeah, he is. But, you know, maybe a little too interesting, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, let's get moving.
Do they use any pronouns? Your uncle?
I don't know.
Called
You
her
never
he
asked?
earlier.
So?
Yeah, and then you said he just now. So like, I was just wondering if they're like gender fluid or like, you know, any.
Well, when you
Are they
eat my uncle, you can ask it.
okay?
Are you confused?
I would like to try and smack him again.
Severely confused.
No.
The gender is a fluid. Like what kind of a fluid?
I think
is
he's
it,
an uncle, but
Oh, that's a save. Does that count?
No.
sure, it counts.
I'm trying to.
Okay, stop with your little slapping, okay? Jeez.
No, I stopped her.
Stop saying things that are gonna make me smack you.
Please, the mines. The mines.
Moist.
We have
Please.
a while.
Yeah, we do.
Jesper,
Wow,
can we at least walk while you argue?
We are.
Yeah, we're already like
We're
a couple hundred feet there.
Yeah, we're like pretty much there already.
Yeah. Hey, look up there, a herd of goats.
Oats.
And like jumping along the
Goats?
rocks on like the side of a big old hill, you see a bunch of goats, a little bigger than a goat meal.
A bit.
Bigger than goat meal?
Yeah, they're big goats.
He's a big boy.
These goats are like at least 5 feet tall.
It is a chunky
5
lad.
feet tall
They're
goats?
big goats.
They're mountain goats.
Mhm.
You ever seen a mountain goat? They're
I
huge.
don't think they're 5
Huge.
feet tall.
They
That's
also
a
defy all
horse.
physics.
Yes.
A horse is 6 feet.
Oh, horses can be any size, really.
That's true.
I should know. I own 2.
I was gonna say.
Why'd the music get so aggressive for just goats galloping by?
Because we're
The big bad evil goats.
Evil goats.
They spot us from the mountain and they just start running.
The real friends were the goats we made along the way.
In fact, you do see the goats, trotting.
I
towards
vote
you.
for DMD inspiration.
Hi, wait a minute.
That goat.
Yeah, you see this group of about 4 goats just kind of like hopping and trotting towards you. You can see they got similar like lightning going in their eyes, and at one point you can see just like a little arc of electricity spark between one goat's horns and another as they approach you.
Awesome. Great.
I'm
Huh?
going to quietly step a few feet back in behind Rex.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
I'm also gonna hide behind Rex.
Just like poking out. It's like one head and the other head.
Hey!
Yeah.
I'm
not
gonna
touching.
cast Speak with Animals, and when the goats get close, I'm going to say, "Hi, I like your electricity."
As they get probably about 40, 50 feet away, they just halt as they hear you say that. Did that woman just talk to us? Yeah. Hi.
Hey, nice to meet you. My name's Anemone.
She said her name's Nemini. Is this one with you? He looks over towards Goatmeal.
Yeah, he's a part of our party.
Party. Doesn't look like you're celebrating anything.
Oh, it just means you're in a group.
It means they're in a group. Just whispering back to his goat cronies.
Is this the goat mob?
I hope so.
The other one sounded like an underling. Like
I want to know the other people who are just hearing Anemone go, meh.
Yep. You just see, similar to
Yeah, what this
before,
one saying?
another debate of goats going back and forth.
you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
He comes a little closer to you and just like stamps his hoof on the ground. I think that one's gonna come with us.
Oatmeal?
She's gonna. And
He
everybody's gonna start
deserves to
crying.
be with his own kind.
No.
Anemone?
We hear like the most out of like context.
Yeah.
No.
Just- and the no is just in English. No, I mean.
I turn back to Oatmeal and I say, do you want to go with them?
Absolutely not. I am an indoor goat. These are feral outdoor goats.
I turn back to the others. He doesn't want to go with you.
I heard what he said.
Sorry, I'm used to translating because, goats and other things. And
Oh, you mean non-goats? Like you?
Yeah. Hey, I'll have you know I am fully half goat.
That is not what that means.
What?
Full is full, half is half.
I could be a full goat if I wanted to.
Just 'cause you got furry legs doesn't mean you're one of us.
No, I mean I could be a full goat if I wanted to.
Oh yeah? And I could be
Yeah.
an annoying human thing if I wanted to.
I would like to turn into a goat, please.
All right.
Hold my earrings. Hold my earrings.
Again, we just hear a bunch of
This
like.
is gonna be
like,
a 5-foot
incandescent
goat, and I'm
bleeps
just
at
gonna
each
be
other.
very much not a 5-foot goat either.
The
other
other
goat will take me.
And like it cuts to like the anemone and them speaking. It's like this really intense lighting, and it cuts back to us. We're just like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it's
I
like,
hope
what
I
is
got
that?
kidnapped.
Thunder claps in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Is it beast shape? I don't know.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, just a druid thing. You essentially just
Okay,
into a
yeah.
goat.
I thought I had to click it. Apparently I don't. All right, I turn into a goat right in front of this man's. Bah.
She's a witch, boss. She's a witch.
I'm not a witch. I'm
not
a
afraid
goat.
of lady who turns to goat.
Listen. Do you want some oatmeal? If you let my friend and I pass along with the rest of us, I'll give you a treat.
What kind of treat?
Oatmeal.
What's that?
Oh, my friend. You've never had oatmeal before?
Is this some sort of trick?
No. Give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. I go up to Wick and I tug at the pack.
What? Where's my oatmeal? What are you doing?
Does she let it go or does she...
I would flavor it. Like you just pull it off of my
enough.
waist and take it.
Yeah. So I
Hey!
take the oatmeal back to the other goats and I
That's
plop
my
it down in
travel
front of them.
meal.
Hey, try to take a test of this.
It's gonna be
Why is the goat mafia?
It is now.
gonna be the best thing you ever had.
Yeah, and
You
you
don't
see,
want to talk to the big boss.
you see him come up and start tasting it. Boss, you gotta get a load of this. And you see just immediately this group of 4 goats, just where before, at least Anemone may have seen them as something else. You all just see them start just pigging out on this pile of oatmeal.
That was mine.
This is delicious.
Does anyone else know what the hell's going on?
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
All I saw is
Can we take
Anemone
you
is
and the
good.
goat then? We'll take both of you. And we can all live out here in the hills happy and free.
No. Look, I gave you the oatmeal because that was, you take the oatmeal, you can have all the rest of it, and you let my friend and I go.
You got any more of it? And he clicks himself against the ground.
I can get you more of it. I'm just kind of busy right now and we need to pass.
I'm good for it, I swear.
I'm good for it, I swear.
Make a
I
either
owe you.
persuasion or animal handling check up to you.
Probably animal handling because I have +5.
You are persuading
Let's
an
go.
animal, so that's fair.
When you're indebted to the goat mafia, it's for life.
Look, I promise I will bring back the best oatmeal you ever had. It's just, the life out here isn't for us. I mean, we would freeze to death probably. But I can supply you with the best oatmeal. Plus, all the ingredients are back in town. It would never work for us.
Okay, fine. And he just like starts eating the oatmeal on the ground again.
It just would never work between us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's
What
not
was your
you,
name?
it's
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Get moving before I change
Okay,
my
well-
mind.
What was your name?
I don't have a name, not for you.
Oh, can I name you then? I'm really good at it.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Goodbye, Blueberry. She trots away.
Boss, how'd she know your name?
She's a witch.
I'm telling you, man.
She's a witch.
I would
I
like
didn't
to
know she's a
rejoin the
witch.
party and de-goat myself and let everybody know he was trying to kidnap Goatmeal and I, but I persuaded him off with oatmeal.
So that is. Can we just go
Okay.
to the mines? This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about my travel meal
getting-
being gone.
You just saved us from the goat mafia, and you're calling this ridiculous?
Yes, I think the
Goat
idea of a
mafia?
goat
What?
mafia is quite
You didn't know it was
ridiculous.
the mafia. They have a mafia?
Oh,
What's a mafia?
they have a mafia. You don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't think that I do.
I had to beat up a squirrel mafia one time. It wasn't pretty.
Man, that's nuts.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody? I
I'm
thought that was a
both
really good one.
confused and
No.
quite terrified all at
Was
the
that a
same
joke?
time.
Yeah, of course it was.
Can we
Oh.
go to the mines now?
Well, I don't need y'all pity laugh. Let's get moving.
Hi,
I-
goat meal. And I
But
give
I
him
thought
a
it was
pat on the
funny.
head.
It was quite impressive, you.
Jokes are funny.
Oh yeah, I still
I
have the
walk off.
animal hand or the talking with animals. Thank you. I didn't want them to take you. That would have been sad.
I wouldn't have went with them anyway.
Well, they were big goats, and there were multiple of them.
I
What
could
if
have
they-
taken them.
I'm sure you could have.
this guy.
Just as several saddlebags and
You see like the slight pet bounce of the goat?
Yeah.
Cross long.
That muscle that sits between their
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Let's go to the mines.
Can we please go to the mines?
We get there. Oh please.
yeah. So as you're moving across this kind of like rocky terrain, you now see that you've been like slowly climbing, some sort of hill, and there seems to be like what you first thought was a mountain. But as you look closer, you can see like the mountain seems to be almost dragon shaped. You can see like a ridge with a bunch of different like spine things and a big ol' like slowly diminishing mountain range extends as you believe that you are looking upon the very Titan Fulminox himself. Half buried into the ground, half essentially a mountain
Question.
range at this point.
Can I do like
Yo?
a history check to get a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit more? See if I know a little bit more about what the Titans really were.
Yeah,
Like,
Can I
Okay.
assist or do one too?
sure.
Okay. Well, I asked you an either or.
I'll set you each to
Which
an
one?
individual one just because
Okay.
it's in your own heads. So yeah, we don't know what it means. But
the Titan, what is Titan? Who's that?
Titans? Never heard of them.
see a Smiley, you would know that this is the Titan Fulminox, who, at least in distant history, over 1,000 years ago, controlled storms and lightning and all sorts of stuff like that. Used to roam all over the world, bringing different calamities with it, such as like hurricanes and all that sort of thing, which some perceived as a natural way of the world, but then eventually, a group of adventurers much more capable than yourselves decided to take down all of the Titans so that these calamities wouldn't happen upon the world anymore. And then they were, slain and bound by what very well might be the same process you're about to conduct to keep it on this earth so it doesn't sink beneath the waves.
Okay. Just gonna keep that all to myself.
Nice.
What the hell?
Well, I'm just gonna assume everyone knows what the Titans are.
You just see Wick standing there like, this,
Yeah.
and then after like a hot minute, just go and just like move on. They don't know.
There it is. She's beautiful, isn't she?
It is a she.
I don't know. I can call her whatever I want.
Ooh,
Once
you
I climbed all the way up to the tippity top of that right there.
What is that?
Did you put a flag?
No, I just me and Goldman
Is that the
just took a nice
nose?
little stroll. No, oh no, that's just. I guess that would be.
The butt?
Might be the butt. I was always thinking it was like a top shoulder. Like.
Oh my god, Anemone, he touched the butt.
He touched the butt.
Rex,
I mean,
you want to play some?
I certainly did.
Tic-tac-toe or something?
I climbed all over that thing. That's quite possible. I mean, me and Goldmeal here, we've been in and out of all different parts of that thing. Don't you worry. We've been all over it. You know, that's what I do. I like to explore. You know.
Did
see
you
what I can
ask
find.
consent?
I do not think I want to know
I think
about
you
your
should have took the
escapades.
Titan out to
Was it-
dinner or
Is it
something.
Titan? Yes.
The Titan's dead.
Oh.
Oh, so
there
they're
are,
just dead, so they don't have a say, yes or no in the...
So
there
you're
only
into
things that are dead don't
necrophilia.
Okay,
Whoa,
well,
whoa,
you said
whoa.
the quiet part
Hey,
out loud.
you guys
I
are
was just
about
going
to
to say,
enter into this Titan's crack just as much as I am. So
And I just
I do
walk
not
forward
think that I
past
want to enter the
everyone.
Titan's crack.
that's
Hold
what
on.
this whole area is called right here. How
Is
do you
it like,
think
I don't know,
We're
maybe is
going
it
up
Titan's
the bump?
doorway?
I thought we were going in like the mouth.
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
No? Well, maybe, but that's besides the point.
That's the most dangerous spot to enter the whole thing.
Why? It's not alive, it's dead.
Yeah, but there's things alive in there.
Like what? More goats?
He pulls out some of his drawings.
Oh.
And once again, he like holds it up, and he holds up this, what seems to be, you know, giant caterpillar with lightning bolts on it.
Cool.
Oh,
There's this one here. There's a bunch of the bears.
Bears! Lightning bears!
The
We need to go
bears?
to the mouth.
no,
I think we should avoid the lightning bears.
just
If
something.
If I kill one, I can become a lightning bear.
Okay, this is a big if.
Wait, hold
really
no, no,
big
no, no.
if.
Milo, hold on. What did
Okay.
you just say?
Don't worry about it. We're going to the mouth.
We're not going. I'm not going to the mouth. You gotta go find your own way to the mouth. If
So
go
we're
there.
going up the butt?
Not up the butt, just
just
inside
going-
the butt. Well,
Does it
So
does
up
it
the
matter?
butt.
Does it does
it's
it
kind
matter?
of all just a rocky structure at this point, anyway. It's not
Yeah,
like it's
it's-
fleshy.
it's
in there or
dead.
anything. Yeah,
Is
it's
it
dead.
like still fleshy, or is it just like rock and bone?
Y'all are weird.
It's pretty rocky from where I've climbed, and I've climbed a lot of
Okay.
places in that Titan, as I mentioned to you.
I do not know. I do not want to know where you've climbed in the Titan. It is not my business.
I want to know.
What you and Goldmeal get up to in your private time is not my fault.
Did you go into the
That's right.
intestines?
I don't know, probably. Bunch
So
of little
so
cave
the
networks
Titan.
in there.
The Titan.
Yes,
Titan.
we should do our job. Yes,
Right.
probably.
We're going in?
Yeah, up there, right around that corner, should be pretty much
The
the,
back
mouth
door?
of the crack. Yeah, the back door, we'll call it. So we're
Okay.
gonna. have to-
Wait, what? The
Back
mouth
door!
of the crack?
Well, like
The
there's a
Titan's
mouth
back
of a
door.
cave, all right. You don't have to be all anal about it. Anyway, We
Ah,
are
I
gonna
see
go.
what you did there. It's really good joke.
finally, you guys appreciate my joke. At least you do. I knew you were the smart one. Anyway, so I, myself and Goatmeal will go ahead, act as if we are giving a delivery, which we got some stuff to deliver, and we'll get their attention. Now it's your guys' job to be really quiet as you sneak through, unless you got any other ideas.
We go through the mouth.
Okay,
The mouth is so
No.
many miles away.
Oh,
yes.
I don't want to walk that far.
It's on another
Maybe
island.
we'll come out. Maybe we'll come out of the mouth.
Ooh.
Gross.
I have a question.
The
Yes.
Titan centipede.
Can I ride the dragon?
What?
Well,
It's dead.
I think
No,
they are
no,
talking about you.
Wait, is there a dragon and a titan, or does the titan just look like a dragon?
I mean, they kind of look a little draconic. They got
Yes, the dragon-looking being.
I was talking about our dragon.
No.
I don't know. This is the only Titan I've ever seen. I haven't really left these islands myself, so. But it kind of looks.
I
like
keep
that.
doing the saves instead of the
Maybe
rolls. I want
after
to
this-
try and ride the dragon.
Oh my god.
Get away from me.
I like how she rolls before she asks.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18. What do I do?
I will do this.
You can't. No save.
Go ahead, Mitch. You know what to do.
I am the author
you
of
can
my own
instinctively
story.
protect yourself at this point, you know.
Is it dexterity?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, you managed
You
to
meaning
like climb up and grab him, but he like shakes you off right as you get up there for a moment.
Can you please
Oh.
stop?
I'm going
climbing
to
me.
succeed.
Okay. I'm tired of this situation. If
Should we sleep?
How long do you own it? Sleep! You just said we were gonna
What time
sleep.
is it? What time
I'm
is it?
tired.
maybe we
My
can
hopes
get
hurt.
some. It's a good way to check out time it is.
Can I look up? What time is it?
It's dark.
Yeah.
And
Like
stormy.
dark, like night, or just
Hard to say.
stormy?
Has it been dark the entire time
Should
you've
we
been here?
sleep
Yeah.
in the butt?
Very
Yeah,
much so.
okay, I had a feeling.
No, I don't want to
Okay.
sleep in the butt.
Well, it could be safe in the butt.
We have to get past the guards first, then, and then we're
Yes.
like, then it's gonna be way
it
on
could
edge. If we
be
just camp out here.
easier to get past the guards at night.
Fine.
Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, they're just gonna switch to a different shift at that point. Plus, we're already out here. With the guards
Yes.
past us.
We should wait until there's shift switch. I was gonna say swift shift.
So then there's gonna be
Swift shift.
twice as many. I don't see how that's an
It's like pretty
advantage.
swift.
No, because they're gonna leave, and then the other ones are gonna come, and then we're gonna, as they're like swapping, we're gonna be like,
If that's
Right?
how they do it. All of them
Yes.
could be at the entrance and then they could leave.
It could be like a party line of the guards waiting
Wait,
to take
wait,
their
okay,
turn.
then we
Wait,
need to do it before the end of the first guard shift because they're gonna
No.
be tired and they're not gonna see
Yes,
us.
yes, yes.
I
yes.
vote that we sleep out here because Goatmeal's not coming with us. So we get to hang out with Goatmeal more.
Or we can do our objective in our mission.
Didn't you want to sleep in the butt like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah, but then I realized Goatmeal wasn't going to be in the butt.
You'll see Goatmeal after.
But that just means more time away from Goatmeal.
You could see.
But the
Goatmeal
reunion
later.
was just so beautiful.
Think about it this way, Anemone. The quicker we complete our objective, the more time you'll have to spend with Goatmeal.
Distance,
in the
But then
future.
there's going to be another objective.
distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Is that true?
Yes, I'm a priest. That's true.
Okay. Anemone leans down to Goatmeal and she says, I'm sorry, Goatmeal. I gotta go in the butt.
I understand.
I don't know if I can still understand him. I'm assuming it's been a while.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's been more than
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've been arguing about this for like
She
at least
holds
5.
Goatmeal's face and gives him like a hug. And then she stands up and goes, I'm ready to go in the butt.
All right. So are we staying out here? Or are we going in? What's the
No,
I
we are
just
going
wanna
into
go to the mine.
Titan to
I'm
complete
going in,
our
we're going in.
objective.
We're going in because they're gonna be tired, and then we can go in, and then we can sleep inside when we can find like a nice little like outcropping, or like someone can hide us. I don't know. I'm not good at disguise. I'm good at disguising myself.
I'm very stealthy.
Look, like
I'm
I said,
not.
I can help you guys if you just listen and shut your
Can I
mouth.
ride on your shoulders?
No!
Oh,
How are you gonna
Well,
help?
what a
Just-
help he is.
Wait till we get close!
Okay.
Is that cuckoo? Is that poo-poo?
We need to be quiet. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
are we
go.
just like screaming in the middle of the town circle?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, you're just like
We're
in the
going
middle
down
of a
the
rocky
mountainside.
field, just like your screams echoing across different mountainous walls around you.
Okay.
If these were snowy mountains and avalanche,
Is that
would have happened
cuckoo?
10
Is that
minutes ago.
poo-poo?
No, Anemone.
Wait. Say cuckoo, say poo-poo. Poo-poo.
Hey, what's your name?
Oh god, it's Tony. It's Tony!
What?
Ah!
I changed your name. F you, Tony.
I'm just
We're
gonna
going
go
in the
start
butt.
talking to the guard. You guys, you still plenty
Yes,
of rope and all
Sparkelius,
that?
please go
Yes,
go right
yes,
ahead.
yes,
Go ahead.
yes.
Yes.
Come on,
Go ahead.
Goatmeal.
Don't
Please.
fail,
Oh,
Sparky.
Please.
Don't forget me, goat meal.
Can we just start the mission?
Yes, we are.
I pray to God Goatmeal forgets.
Rex, you need to take lead if you got the
I would like
stealthiest
to
Yes,
smack
I know.
Rex.
Just I'm trying to I'm
No.
shutting up.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
smacking
okay.
Rex.
Good luck.
Can we make our stealth rolls?
Yeah,
I
this is...
I make I do a changeling and I get rid of my mouth.
Nice.
No mouth.
Yeah, you just see Wick's mouth just vanish. Just a flat pile of skin there now.
Good. Ugh.
Dex or stealth? Stealth. Come on,
Yes.
baby.
Let's do those
Ooh.
stealth checks, everybody.
No.
Oh, okay.
Big
Wait,
money,
now
no
you totally get
ways.
close enough that they could hear you if you keep shouting. So.
All right, cool. I'm gonna use my spell,
Fitting.
if I may.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna use Pass Without Trace.
Because it's all
Okay.
plus 10.
You all get a plus 10 since you're within 30 feet of each other.
Thank
Well,
God.
that's good.
Absolutely, thank
Like
God.
as you do this
Thanks, Celestia.
stealth magic.
Excellent.
Thanks, Celestia.
Ooh.
Rocking that.
And you lead
30.
by example with a very
Yes.
stealthy move. As you see him like almost disappear into the rocks as he begins moving towards, and the rest of you follow.
Yes.
I'm literally following every step that he does. Everywhere he steps,
skipping.
I'm
Yep. Yeah, you can all hear
Still got a
Anemone
16.
as kind of clocking
Yeah.
along the stone as you move closer, but it's not as loud as she normally is, so that's a plus.
How heavy is an anemone?
150.
I don't think I could carry her.
I mean, I'm
I
220.
I'm 170, but I'm not super strong.
Hold on.
You all look across each other. None of us have muscles. Oh no.
Uno momento. Where are my things?
Except for Rex. Rex big muscles.
Hold on.
They're for show. They're not meant to be
They're
used.
under robes
Where
anyway.
the heck are my things? I
I guess we can see
No,
how,
I don't have it.
how attentive these guards are as they strike up a conversation. So they're going to use their perception.
Ooh.
14 against the lowest of 16, thanks to Pass Without Trace. So
Thanks, Celestia.
Indeed.
Sparkelius just like, we had the finest delivery of oats today. They made the most fine oatmeal ever. You guys gotta try some of it. Now, this ain't the oatmeal, but it's the oats themselves. Go on, take a bite of them. And he's just sparking up whatever conversation he can with these guards. Meanwhile,
I get what
Alright.
you did there. He's sparking up.
Let's go.
Sparky.
yeah, so you guys come across what seems to be, this big ol', chunky pile of rock with a large divide into a chasm.
Butt crack.
I would like to distract for a second and point out that Caramel is face planting. He is like in the
God.
bed.
Nice.
Rex's emotions through this
Baby.
entire campaign.
Yeah.
Rex's patience is Giga Chad levels.
It's gonna snap eventually.
And you guys manage to make your way into the Titan's crack.
Don't question why the 6'10" guy knows stealth. Don't worry about it.
Unfortunately, since all of you that had metal armor on took it off, no disadvantage on any of those rolls. No heavy armor, so good stuff. And as you go into this cave, you can see a lot of what seems to be some sort of luminosity streaking across the walls. You see like veins of glowing energy that seem to be like buried beneath the stone in a few parts. But other than that, it's very dimly lit in here, pretty dark. And I believe only one of you can see clearly at the moment.
And she clearly
Is it
And by
me?
that grin, they know who they are.
Is it me?
No, it's the elf boy. Only one with dark
Oh.
vision in this D&D party.
Wait, hold on.
I don't think changelings have it.
Jane?
Changelings don't have dark vision?
It feels weird
Well-
because like everything normally has dark vision, but you guys
Yeah.
specifically chose the weird things that don't have dark vision, so it adds an element to this.
Well, I mean, I do have a candle on me. I can whip that out.
I have I'll use one of my tinkerings and make a coin that emits light for up to 5 feet. Hold on. An object sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim light for an additional 5 feet.
You can now see 10
So-
feet in front of you.
I will check to make sure that there's nothing hiding in front of us. But it's good thing that you have a light source for the people that cannot see.
I have the coin.
I can't see.
I can't imagine my eyes look like it would you shine a light in them. You know how like a cat or a dog's at night
Oh.
you shine a light in
Yeah.
them.
They got like slits.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like the light is in their
The
pupil.
glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can you take a
Cool.
picture of a dog or a cat?
Yeah, yeah. The like.
Just as light would reflect
Film.
off a snowy surface, you see his eyes just reflect the light back towards you.
Mhm.
Ah! Oh,
Just a bright
is it?
white.
nothing.
Interesting.
What does it smell like?
Well, it doesn't
Inside
smell
the-
like poo, so that's a plus. It just
Hey.
smells like, cave, a lot of earthy scents, and, the faint
It doesn't
smell
smell like
ozone.
poop in here.
I mean, maybe
That's
they were
good.
vegan.
I guess, but I was kind of
Why?
excited.
Why would
That
you
means-
want it?
That means it won't be crazy in here.
It still could be crazy in here.
But then wouldn't it smell like poo poo? Z poo poo?
Zip poo poo.
I'm just gonna walk forward and out of the light source.
I miss goat meal.
So
we
who
have
has
been
light?
away from it for 10 seconds.
I miss goat meal.
So do we have a candle and a glowing coin in the party?
Yes.
These are some real weak light sources. I love it.
Oh,
I could have casted something probably, but I figured,
Yeah, you guys
fine.
can see 10 feet. You're fine.
Yeah.
I
I don't know how great the thing I would have
Mhm.
cast.
Oh wait,
would
no,
be, so-
hold on. I don't do that. I have dancing lights. It's a
Oh, there you
cantrip.
go.
Nice.
Never mind. So, 3 little blobs of like light, white, bluish energy come up, and they just float forward. I think it's 120 feet that they can go to.
Yeah, I'll say they kind of like float around, just illuminating
Yeah.
places around you that need to be illuminated.
I'll put one like slightly behind or like above Anemone, and then I'll have one like near me, and then I'll put like one like really far ahead, like I don't know, like 80 feet or something,
Mhm.
because it creates 3, I think.
Yeah,
No,
and
it creates 4.
As those
So I'll put 2
sections of
ahead.
cave light up, and Milo, you already saw this, but there's a bunch of just like crates along the walls, mining equipment. You see pickaxes, shovels, and just a lot of metal tools to use to mine whatever they get here. Titan glass to your knowledge, and possibly more.
Is it possibly a good idea for us to take one of the tools in case of necessity?
Nose goes.
what?
What? I wasn't listening. What?
I was just thinking that it's possible we should take one of the pickaxes in case of
Oh,
we might need it.
I just
Yeah.
don't want to carry it, but I think it's a good idea.
I pick it up. How heavy is it?
Oh,
It's about
God.
10 pounds or so. So
Well-
that plus the all the rods in your bag is starting to add up, plus all your equipment.
Okay.
This is
Well-
heavy.
Yeah, okay. This is fine. Stand back, son. And I'm gonna cast Tensor's floating disc.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, here
What
is a little cart for you to put your things on. I was saving this for something much more important than a hide for you. Sorry.
I'll put the pickaxe on it.
I mean, is the pickaxe and the rods cannot be that heavy?
The rods are fine. If there's anything more than that, like my waist is a little heavy, but that's fine.
I mean, if you need to, is a disc can hold up to 500 pounds. Whatever you.
I would like to jump on the disc.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't want to like put
The
just
disc
the
can hold
rods.
400 pounds. The disc can hold now 300 more pounds.
I know, but I don't want to like put the rods on there by itself, and then they like get stolen or like we lose them, and then I don't want to put my
Yes,
bag
yes.
on there because if my bag falls off, then I lose everything. And I kind of need the stuff in my bag to do the things that I do.
That is, yeah, is a good point.
Would I be able to look around to see if there's any footprints?
Sure. Make a survival check. Or if you're trying to do it by some magical means, then explain.
I'm just doing it normally.
Very good.
And it's garbage.
Yeah, you go looking around for any like signs of footprints or anything, and it just doesn't seem like you're walking on like a kind of flat rock terrain, so footprints aren't really gonna take too much here.
Should we be looking for clues, guys? Because we're solving a
any-
murder mystery.
Is there any blood?
In the part of the mine you're at, there is not currently any blood to be seen, but you can see that up ahead. it
Everybody
definitely
keep
goes
their
much deeper.
eyes peeled
Is,
for anything that could be a clue.
Wait,
Yes.
was it not that Timmy said they blamed him for cutting a rope and the man he plummeted to his death? So we should
Yeah.
probably be looking for a large hole. Not the one we just entered, but yes.
Okay.
So why are we here? Are we retrieving the dead body or not?
Well, we are retrieving the dead
Oh, we're
body
doing the rod things.
in the
but-
rods.
But why are we just retrieving the body? Because that was an idea if we failed the stealth mission. If we did that for the guards. But we don't have to retrieve the dead body now. And that's just dead weight, so
no, we just need
literally.
to find. We just need to
Wait,
find.
hold on,
evidence.
wait a minute. Wait. Now you don't care about this situation? You're the one that got us into this mess in the first place. You wanted to save that dwarf, and now you just don't care now?
Well, I wanted to save the dwarf, and we did that, but I don't care about the dead guy. He's already dead.
Oh, God.
Well, we need to find evidence around the dead
Yeah,
guy. To
And we could do that, but we
prove-
don't have to take a dead body with us.
Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of magic that like the town has, but they might be able to bring them back. If we bring the body back.
I
He's
don't
been
know.
rotting
if,
for quite a few days from the sound of it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna look to the
and-
priest to go. Is
I'm
that
pretty
his,
sure there's magic that can do that.
Yeah, there is, and it's not very,
I don't like that sort of magic. He should die and stay dead and be happy.
You
Can you
Well, I don't
make
know
me a
about the-
history check.
Me?
Everyone.
all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
history?
I'm good at that. Well,
I have a -2. I don't know why I did great.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah, so you all kind of know this, but Anemone, you're specifically thinking about it. It's like everyone around here always seems so caught up about dead people and what to do with their bodies and stuff. They always like want to do something special with them. And the rest of it's like, oh, it's kind of terrible just to leave someone's body, sitting out in the open or something, because then it would never, be able to go to the afterlife or whatever the other side is, and that's
Be at
terrible.
peace kind of thing.
Yeah, normally
I
people either
guess.
throw bodies in the ocean, give them a sail-off Viking funeral, stuff like that. But this is awful, just leaving a body in the bottom of a mine, a Titan no less.
I guess people do like to, have celebrations of death for some reason.
I think their family would like that.
But I don't want to carry him.
I'll carry him if we
We'll put him on the
Pat the
disc.
floating
Carry a
disc.
dead body, but you won't carry me.
No.
the disc is for carrying the things that we do not
No,
want to
the
carry.
disc is for the carrying of the enemy.
Look,
What?
whatever
Since
whatever
when?
gets us through this quicker.
No,
Since
it's-
always, it carried me here. It
No.
carried me right now, and I am floating, and I am happy.
We move forward.
Yep, I'm just gonna. Yep.
I'm
Yep,
gonna keep
just
the
gonna walk.
globules, like, I'm gonna keep one, like, 80 feet in front, or two 80 feet in front, kind of like headlights, and then I'm gonna keep one with us, and then one with the anemone, because she said she had a hard time seeing.
Much to my own chagrin, I'm also gonna stick in the other front, knowing that I have dark vision.
All right.
Oh yeah, because doesn't the disc float 20 feet behind you?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
disc
so I'm
is
definitely-
also
I'm-
about 20 feet behind us.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping one, giving anemone one. You can hold it, or you can like throw it up in the air, whatever. It's just
I want to
magical.
play with
balloon.
it.
Of course.
I'm playing keepy uppies with the dancing lights.
Hey, you keep
Juggling
touching.
it.
Your hand just keeps going through it, but your hand gets really light as it touches it, and then it's not anymore. It's fun.
That'll keep her distracted, hopefully.
As you guys continue forward, you can see many more streaks of that luminescent veins going through the mine, and eventually you come across a spot that seems to have what appears to be flashing lights coming from around a turn.
Drop the lights.
The room darkens around most of you.
Okay.
What happened to the light?
Yeah. There's lights. I walk over. There's lights coming from up ahead, and we want to be stealthy, so I got rid of them. I can bring them back up afterwards, though.
Don't worry, I'm really stealthy.
Yeah, we know.
I will, yes, since I can see, maybe I should do a bit of recon.
Yes, please.
Okay, well, send off this honey wizard to do the job of the rogue.
You
All right.
offered.
It is okay. I will do it.
Look, it's not our fault we can't see in the dark. You just sadly drew
Yes.
the shortest straw.
The consequences of one's birth are not chosen. All right. And then I will walk forward and peek around the corner just slightly, just to see what's going on.
Okay. From around the corner, you can see the light continue to flicker, and it seems to be coming just from a distant spot that's through this bored out hole in the wall. It's like 4x4. Seems to have been, broken through with pickaxes and a bunch of mining tools. Just a 20-something foot long tunnel until it gets to the other side where the light is coming from.
I mean, I'm gonna assume I probably wouldn't know anything about like the mining operations of anywhere, so no idea. But I'm gonna just try and creep forward slowly, quietly.
Okay. Do you enter the mined out hole?
No, I'm just peeking into the mined out hole.
Cool.
Just a quick glance at the hole.
Yeah. Seems to be light coming from the other side, but you don't really hear anything. There's no like sparking or speaking, hammering,
okay.
nothing.
It's not like, is it not? So I wouldn't even hear like the sound of crackling embers from like a torchlight.
No, it doesn't seem to be that. And it's a very like kind of cold
Okay.
light, much like a lot of the other, bioluminescence you've seen outside the cave.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going curiosity. Yeah, I'm gonna step in.
Okay. How tall are you again?
6'3".
Yeah, you got a hunch heavy. This thing's only like 4 feet high.
Yeah, I'm also scrawny, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
You're like nearly crawling as you work through this thing. But you do. It seems to be quite sturdy as you move through. The rock is rough, but it doesn't seem to have any, unseen circumstances.
Would you say the hole is dwarf-sized?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
And you get to the other side, and you see what seems to be a more open chasm. You can see pretty clear to the point where your vision, fizzles out eventually. It's a very large cavern. There's stalactites and stalagmites on, different parts of the roof, different little levels of like plateaus that happen in the cave structure, and all different kinds of different natural stone things going on, each with different levels of luminescence going through them. Some have the similar lightning veins that you've seen going through things. Others seem to have what seems to be like mushrooms or fungus that have a subtle glow to them as well.
Okay. So like it's some bioluminescence from that. I'm going to think, okay, so the glowing rocks probably has to do with the Titan's glass, not the Titan's the Titan's glass. And I'm going to back out and head back to the group. So,
Okay.
you know.
Can you everyone except from Mila, make a perception check? As you guys are waiting for him to return, Wick, you swear you feel something, a rush of air move over your head as you hear a slight flutter.
I don't see it. I just feel it.
Nope. By the time you look, it doesn't seem that there's anything flying or anything like that.
Just one? Like, just one gust?
That's all you felt?
I felt something.
Like?
Like wind.
There might be a hole somewhere. If anything, it could be the entrance.
No, it was like fast. Like it was like whoop.
A foop?
Maybe
yeah,
a
f-
bat?
That's serious.
Well, when we didn't hear anything though. I just
No.
felt the whoosh. We'd hear
I
like
didn't hear
flapping,
anything.
right?
I didn't feel anything either. Maybe it
Here's
was just a
what
bat.
How far, like, do we know how? I guess we wouldn't have seen how far Milo had to go, right? He just
No, he
disappeared
went
into
around
the darkness.
corner, and you saw like some of his shadow casting along the walls as the light source was like, in front of him. But aside
Like
from that,
flicking, yeah.
yeah.
Now, since he's going into this thing, if I'm still standing on the disc, is the disc still following him?
Yes.
Oh. So
So
we'd like.
I'm pretty sure Anemone would stay on that.
So we'd
So
only
my-
ever be 20 feet from him.
I think that is how it works.
Yeah, so Milo, you get to the edge of the bored out hole, and you see Anemone just kind of sitting there, floating. Rather, you see like Anemone's feet, because it's like a 4-foot high hole and it's 3-foot high disc.
So
So-
if would we have stayed back then, do you think, Rex?
I mean, you
Would
could
we-
have
'cause
just
we-
got it, yeah.
I mean...
Well, I'm just saying, like, for like retconning, like,
Yeah,
because
I
we
didn't think
stayed
about the
back, so
disc.
you could go ahead and check, and then the
Yeah.
disc would have followed, and like, would we have followed? I feel like we would have followed Anemone, but like, we also at the same time were like, we should stay back so that
yeah,
he
just
can
in case
investigate.
something happens.
So,
yeah.
how long was the tunnel with the 4-foot tall hole?
It's like
Was
20
they
feet.
accidentally? Oh,
Yeah, so you didn't
Okay.
quite scrape her off the disc with it or anything, if that's what you're
Okay, so I guess
So
then,
I
like,
made
Rex
it
and I
through
would
the
be like,
tunnel, and I'm
No,
wherever
you're just
he
still
is.
at the mouth of
No,
the tunnel. He
yeah,
didn't go that
Oh.
way. So
You're about to
Okay.
like bonk into the top of it.
yeah, you're just
yeah,
like
if I
you
stepped
sitting
any
out
further,
front.
I would have started dragging you through the tunnel.
He would have been stone clotheslined off of this disc, probably.
So I think like I would have just said that to Rex then, of like, I felt something. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and
Should we go?
I just assume it's either the wind in the place or just like a bat.
And how long has it been since you went to go check? Not long.
Like a minute or two.
Okay. Wait, well, we should wait a few more minutes, and if he doesn't come back with Anemone, then we should go.
You guys still see me, I think.
Yeah.
You went around a corner.
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh, apparently that's where the
Oh,
hole is.
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you would be on the exact opposite side of the
You're all
hole.
kind of close enough
Gotcha.
at this point to like basically know where everyone is, though.
Mhm.
With the light given with the dancing lights, you can kind of tell. At least you're still right there.
I dropped it until
Oh yeah, true.
he lets
Yeah.
me know that there's no danger, but I don't know if he has a way of telling me that.
Yeah. I mean, I still have my candle out, so
Be
I mean,
really
me
good
and
if I
you
did.
can see each other at least.
Mm-hmm. Just standing between a candle.
Yeah, literally just like this.
Yeah, Milo,
Hey.
you come back to the other side of there, and you see an Anemone sitting there.
I
Oh.
did not think about the disc. I mean, just kind of grab the edges and start pushing the disc along back to where we
The disc
came.
was just like wedged against the walls of this hole
Yeah.
when you arrived.
Oh man. So
But yeah,
Yep.
you eventually, see the rest of your
pop back around the corner.
group in the cave. And now you notice in this cave, there's like some of those like luminescent mushrooms in like the corners of it and stuff, and just like big old stalactites at the top of the cave and stuff like that.
Okay. In
Did you find anything?
yes and no. I think that I found where they've been mining the Titan's glass. The hole is about dwarf height, so not
Mhm.
that tall, but not
Ah.
that short either.
Okay. I bring up dancing lights again.
Yes, we should be fine as far as any other creatures. I did not see any. However, I think two things. One, do not touch the mushrooms. And I start pointing to all the glowing mushrooms. It is probably best not to touch unknown alchemical objects.
Why?
I don't know if I have the time to explain. However,
Well,
It
I'm just
is-
saying, you telling me not to touch it is like telling me to touch it.
think about it this way: you touch the mushroom, you never see goat meal again.
I won't touch it.
That is probably for the best. Rex, the guard, I can't remember. Does the guard tell you anything about the Titan's glass at all?
Not really many details that you already know.
Okay, well that is. It is maybe something that we should take a few samples for ourselves. It might not be bad. It could come in handy. In the regarding the land we are in.
Hmm.
So
DM, do I think
That
he's
makes
being
sense.
forthright?
Make a insight check.
I
All right, roll a d20 for me, Michael.
mean, I'm gonna DM you something. Hold on.
Yep. That's why I'm just asking for the d20, not a deception.
I was gonna roll something else.
Okay, sure. I'll get my stuff open. Very well. So roll whatever you please as I go through the arduous task of
Alright.
trying to see your message.
I think I can do.
Hey, you guys switch your character at the bottom. At the bottom of the D&D chat. If
Oh.
you do as and then switch to anemone. Yeah.
I,
I'm Mim.
There you go.
All right. So would you like to make a roll for that, Michael? I didn't
me?
see one. Yeah.
It's okay. It was an 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems that he's hiding something, but you don't quite know what it is. Whether it's his motive or what he's actually planning. It's hard to say.
I'll just keep it to myself.
All right. So you're all now together.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen what's ahead in the cave a little bit. What would you like to do?
We have to Winnie the Pooh Rex through the hole.
I'm gonna have to get on all fours for this one.
Well,
On your knees.
we could maybe try and do a bit of a long rest, and getting through the hole would be a lot easier that way.
Ooh, I'm
Ooh, like
tired.
right by the hole? Okay.
Considering there is a bit of ambient light, it might be helpful.
Sure.
At least for the people who cannot see in the dark.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, there's plenty of spots in the cave that you might be able to find a good spot to rest, and there's crates that you could potentially make yourself a little resting corner in. Roll out your beds.
I think what I want to do is if there's any crates in that nearby, maybe create like a little cover half the hallway and make almost like a nook kind of, so most of us can sleep behind it, so if anyone were to come around the corner they might see the crates and not all of us.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'll
A blanket fort out of crates. Very good.
Yeah, very much. Couch blanket fort.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you take some time and set that up. It's not too hard to move these. There's plenty of empty ones around, so.
Cool.
Well, it could be some time. I think we are going to need to take watch.
Mhm.
Not a bad idea. considering I only need 4 heures, I should be able to take a full 2 shifts of watch for you guys, so you can get more sleep than normal. So,
I can take first, and then I can keep my lights up for you guys.
Sounds good to me. Good night, everybody.
Anemone's already asleep.
Yeah, I'm going.
She
to
found the
sleep.
comfiest spot she could, and she's in it.
All right.
Can
I'll
I
hold the
can I
light.
curl up like a cat? You know, like when cats lay down, they got the tail in front and they sleep.
mhm.
That's how I want to sleep.
Like that?
Yeah,
Once
exactly
the
like that.
dragon boy is asleep, I would like to curl up next to him
Oh
and
my
sleep
God.
right there.
Okay.
In the,
Dragon
like,
Boy, make
nook.
a perception check at disadvantage.
No.
Yeah, you managed to curl up without awakening him.
Yeah,
God.
I'm just like on my knees, I don't know what this pose is like. So like
Yeah, as
meditation
everyone's
pose,
going
I
to
guess.
sleep, what is Milo doing?
I'm going into trance, but it's not like a normal sleep, that's for sure.
Mhm.
It's
You want me to
I'm
take
s-
first watch?
yeah, you're gonna take first watch.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
So I'm trancing. I'm trancing for 4 hours.
Oh,
and then
right.
I can take 2 and 3 shifts, or 3 and 4 shifts. I mean,
Yeah,
So-
because you just like meditate for 4 hours, right?
yeah, I just sort of enter. It's not sleeping, but it's not really being awake either.
All right.
Okay.
Could I get a perception check from Wick as you're taking the watch?
Yes. Can I do anything? No. I wanted to see if I can do anything to like be like, oh, can I get my odds up? But I don't have anything to give you advantage. Perception.
Ooh,
Okay.
didn't need it.
Nice.
Yeah, you're looking around, and again, you feel a rush of air overhead of you, but when you look, nothing.
Would I be able to like discern if it's wind or not?
It doesn't seem like wind, because it's not like a continuous thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a gust, it's just occasionally just feels like a flutter, but silent.
I'm gonna if I can for flare, like with the globules, like have them hover over that other people as they're sleeping, but like I want them to like spread out within themselves and make like little clusters of stars. So it's more of like
It's a wicked nightlight.
cute little, yeah, like a little nightlight. And then I'll have one in my, I'll have 2 of those doing that. I'll have one in my hand so that I can see in front of me. And then I'll put one like, I don't know how tall the ceiling is, but I'm going to put one like right at the top of the ceiling. So if that flutter happens again, I can like maybe quickly see what it is.
Yeah, you have one pretty much just at the tip of one of the stalactites up there.
Yeah.
And you can see like, a good amount of space around that.
Are there any bats up there at all or no?
Doesn't seem that there's
Currently.
any bats. Just
Okay.
cave and damp stalactites.
All right.
And then a couple little
Oh.
bits of mushroom, what seems to be just faintly glowing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And also, as you're watching, you hear a distant growl.
Oh boy.
Can you make a nature check to try to discern what the growl is?
What not bad
bears.
nature.
It does seem to be
A lightning
something
bears.
dangerous. Might be a bear.
Does
Something
it sound like it's
somewhere.
coming from where we came from or in the tunnel?
It sounds like it's coming from where you came from.
Fun.
Okay, well, because I haven't slept yet. Oh no, wait. No, we did. Did we sleep?
No, you
Yeah,
have not
'cause-
slept since landing. You took a short rest, I believe. But I don't know if that
Yeah.
gets you
Didn't
back
we
too
hit the
much.
long rest button at the end of the last session, though?
Not last session, I don't think.
Oh no, it was the one before, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my hit points are at like max, and I was like, did I get hit? And I was like,
Yeah, I mean,
guess
no one got
didn't.
into any like brutal fights or anything. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm looking correctly, Side took 1 point of damage because someone slapped him. So
I think it was me.
I think it was you. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I am quickly going to see if there's any way that I can give myself back a spell slot, but I don't think I can.
Oh. Early level tapped out of spells. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
That was why I recommended this.
I am gonna use the coin that I put the stink on.
Mm-hmm.
It emits, where is it? It's an odor or non-verbal sound. Wind, waves, chirping. Yeah, it's perceivable up to 10 feet. So I'm gonna take the stink and I'm gonna try and throw it down the hall so that it like maybe creates like a smell barrier, I guess.
All right.
I just
What's
want
it
it to be
smell
at
like?
least 10 feet from us.
What's the odor coming from it?
From that nature check, would I discern if it's an animal, like a
It definitely
beast?
seems like an animal, a beast of some kind.
I'm gonna make it smell like a rotting corpse.
Okay.
And then God damn it, Kay.
I wanted to go pee, so I'm
Oh,
asleep.
sorry. But I'm gonna make it smell like a rotting corpse and throw it down the hall.
Okay. Yeah, it stinks, but as soon as, the coin, gets further away from you, you don't smell it at all anymore.
Okay. And I guess I'll just continue to keep an eye out. Hope that works.
Yeah, so probably like another half hour passes, and you'd consider at the end of your watch turn if you want to get someone else in on it.
I'll tap Milo.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
It's your turn.
How long has it been since we've done this?
I don't know.
A little over 2 hours.
Okay. Oh, that's
2 hours, maybe?
Okay.
DM question.
Mhm.
If I'm asleep, but I have a spell casted, would I technically be concentrating or no, because I'm
If
incapacitated
it's a
at that point?
concentration spell, you would lose it at that point.
Yeah, Dancing Lights is concentration. Okay. It gets all the stars disappear as I fall asleep.
As Funwick goes to lay down, a few minutes later, the lights just pitter out. Okay.
Yes, and well,
You are in darkness now.
Well, this is only darkness for me. If it's you. Okay. I'm going to just lean up against the wall and flip through my little book. Occasionally casting glances at everyone to make sure they're all sound asleep and doing okay. And then occasionally casting glances, slight urges to go into the cave with the pickaxe. And then thinking about, it's probably not a good idea. This is not the best. It's not the best. Yeah, I guess I'll wait. I'll do 2 whole waits because I don't need more than 4 hours.
Sounds good.
So,
literally in the first 15 minutes of you looking around, you see a bear sniffing a coin at the end of the hallway.
well, that is a bit of an issue.
Big matted lump of gray fur. And like for a brief moment you can see its eyes, and they're just sparking.
Okay. Well,
It's about
what to do?
80 feet away from you right now, the other side of the
Oh,
pillow
I
fort.
don't have my spells. We have no lights on, right?
No.
And how hidden are we in this corner? Or are we like out in the open?
You're hidden, like if someone's looking from a certain angle, they won't see you. but you are vaguely out in the open.
And is anyone snoring?
Anyone in this group big snores?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I'd say Anemone probably does a little light snoring action.
Roll a d20 for
Oh.
me, Anemone.
Okay.
No.
Uh-oh.
We'll see how those nasal passages are acting tonight.
Active.
Perfectly. Actually perfect. Just the smoothest breathing.
You know, I was thinking the higher the number, the bigger the snore, but that would be unfair for you rolling that 20. So, yeah,
True.
no, you got just a slight, little cute snore going on that's just barely audible.
Little nose whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to wait and watch the bear, and if it starts to move towards us, I'm going to scream and cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. Oh, never mind, I can't.
I'm just gonna scream.
I'm just gonna scream. I'm just gonna scream. Or I'm gonna wait. If it like looks like it's coming directly for us, that's when I'll scream.
All right. Yeah, it like paused at this coin for like up to 10 minutes or so. But then after that, it does slowly begin to prowl towards you. Just curious.
Okay. I'm gonna make no sounds. Make no sounds. Just gonna try. We're in pure darkness. Oh, bears can see in the dark though. Crap.
Yeah, as you're looking at this thing, you see its eyes flicker, and
We're looking directly at each other in the eyes,
You can tell you're looking at each other at the moment as it like
The
stops
deer in the
for a moment.
headlights.
and that's when I scream bear.
All right. So, do you cast any spells, or do you just loudly scream bear?
I'm going to cast mage armor.
Fantastic. Yeah, you scream bear, cast mage armor. Everyone else make a perception check.
Do we even wake
Yeah, I
up?
was gonna say, do we even wake up?
Yeah.
Roll a 1.
Please
Darn.
don't roll a 1.
I would have happily rolled a 1.
Me just like
Everyone wakes up to
This whole
Milo's
time,
mauled
just-
corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you all wake up. He's yelling bear. Obviously, it's pitch black with just some slight glimmers everywhere. You
Is
don't
this
see
an
much.
electric bear boy?
Yes, it is.
Presumably.
Man, I'd love to see this bear, but it's pitch black in here.
Yeah,
I
you
do not
see.
have a lights.
You
Yeah,
see,
that's better.
you can see like the spark of its eyes glimmering, but you also see that in many other parts of the cave, so you can't quite see where he is as you're waking up.
Okay.
What just awoke my slumber?
It is a bear.
Also an enemy. Why are you near me?
Oh, you were warm.
Yeah, you still have an arm around you, even though you've already both woken up.
Yeah.
I'm realizing that I can make cannons without using spell slots. I thought I needed to use spell slots for them.
Oh, he's cute.
Wait, I thought that this part of the cave was safer than the mouth.
Well,
I don't think any part of the cave is really safe.
Hmm.
Say the words, Xylo.
Could everyone roll initiative for me?
There it is.
Oh, we have to click on our thing, right?
Yeah, click your token
Oh,
for it.
sorry. I didn't do it.
No, just do it, and then whichever one you get when you roll. When you're clicking your
Wow.
token, that's the one that counts.
oh my goodness gracious. Oh
Wow,
boy.
we
Oh
struggled.
boy.
We suck.
Well, good news.
It's okay. The
What
bear
is
is
bear is just real curious. He's just sniffing at the situation
We just
right
launched can't like
I
artillery
think that's
fire
the
at
worst
this thing.
initiative I've ever seen.
now. That was some consistently bad initiative. across
Yeah,
the
that was
board.
really bad.
There's a couple 12s as the highlight, but 4s and 3s and 1.
Yikes.
Yes. But
Okay.
what would you all like to do now? It is
Like to be able
currently
to see.
Anemone. Your turn.
I think I would like to turn into a bear.
Okay.
Bear v bear.
When I
Now-
am a bear, do I have to still cast speak with animals, or can I just speak?
You keep your head stats with wild shape.
Now here's the thing. Do you know how many wild shapes you get per day?
I have no idea.
I think it's 2, and you've turned into a goat twice today.
Have I? Oh, it is still the same day.
Yeah, you're
Never
just on
mind.
the cusp. So yeah,
did
you go
not
to
get
try
to
to turn
complete
into
the
a
rest.
bear, and it's just, yeah, your animal shaping is just exhausted right now.
I can still cast speak with animals, though, right?
Yep, if you have the spell slot, you can.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Boom.
And our spells would be
Why
the
am I
same
so
from
my
the day
character
before,
died?
right?
Either way. All right. I would like to cast that.
Okay.
And to the bear, I say hello.
Okay. You all hear an enemy growl at this bear.
Rawr.
Right.
Rawr.
Rex, you're up.
Rawr.
Cool. I can't see anything.
XD, rawr.
Yeah, it's dark.
It's really dark.
You heard a
Rex takes his
bear
turn to
growl
light a
right
candle.
next to you.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Oh boy.
It was like 5 feet away from you, real close.
Yeah.
I did just wake him up screaming bear.
Yep. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take a swing with my dagger at whatever's near me.
No.
Oh,
Yeah! All right, you swing at the source of this bear sound. Make an attack roll.
thank God.
All right, you swing. It doesn't seem to hit anything though. It's just too dark. Could
Where? Where is it?
I don't know.
All right, so let's see.
The turn order isn't showing.
Yeah, I didn't have it open apparently. Next up, let's go with Melodious.
Okay.
With your 4, you're next.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't got a lot, so I'm gonna walk in front of the people in front of me because I need to.
Yep. If you can see the bear.
I can see everything that's happening.
Oh, yeah.
So I did just see
You just
Rex
saw Rex
swing at an
swing
enemy.
wildly
Yeah.
towards an enemy. You're not sure if it was like with intent to harm an enemy or if he was confused.
Rex, Rex, my friend, is the bear much farther away? Is the small one?
Man, I wish I knew that if I could see.
It's okay. It's okay. And I push them out of the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands
Okay.
into the so they're not in the cone.
Yeah, so just move your character out a little bit and you can do it pretty easy. What's the range on Burning Hands?
I think I need to get within 15 feet, so this is gonna be real tight.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, you look closer.
A little closer.
Yeah, look closer.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Ah.
The line of fire, literally.
Okay. What's it look like as you go and cast this Burning Hands after waking everyone?
Yeah. So, you just I kind of like put my hand in like the shape of like this triangle thing, and then just fire straight from the center at the bear. It comes out. It's just gonna try and do it. Let's roll. Oh God, that's bad.
All right. Bear needs to make
Please.
a save.
The bear.
It fails the save and takes a whopping 6 fire damage as you go, and you can smell its hairs just singeing as you all see this, gout of flaming light.
Hopefully
briefly
that
light up
makes-
this cave.
Yeah.
So
maybe
you
not
all
the best
briefly
idea.
saw just this quite large bear with gray.
I've seen the bear, and I'm gonna back up just slightly.
Yep.
So at least if it gets to me, it's in range of everyone else.
All right, Wick, you're up.
Okay. I don't think it is like it's not a spell slot to use my cannon. or like my stuff.
Okay.
So that means I think I would be able to do dancing lights again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the globules come out, send them forward, and then I'm gonna pick up one of my tools. I'm gonna flip it in my hand and then smash it down on the ground. And as I do, like sigils come out and a ballista comes out of the ground. And I'm gonna fire it.
Question: are those both actions? Is dancing lights an action? I feel like it probably would be.
It is. Damn.
Yeah, so you can do one of those things.
Shoot.
Well, if you do shoot, it'll be in the
Is
dark.
protector? Yeah, it is. Ooh.
Yeah, you briefly
I
did
guess
see the
I'll
bear, so you know
do-
where it is roughly.
Okay.
But if you can't see it,
I'll-
you will be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I won't do the dancing lights. I'll do them next round.
Okay.
But I'll
Cannon
smash them
comes out
down.
and it just fires with a bonus action, right?
Yes.
All right.
And it's gonna have like little, like it's gonna have obviously legs to support it, but it's gonna have like little tiny wheels on them.
All right. Yeah, this little mobile ballista pops out magically from the ground. You fire it towards the direction of fire and bear. And yeah, you see as it fires and just like sparks off the wall a little bit.
No. I'll get it. Don't worry, I got it.
Okay, so man, this is just too much fun. So once again in our life of combat as a group of people playing games together, the wizard's going to be unironically targeted. So as the only person who hit the bear, Michael, it's going to charge at you. It's just smoke. You see just like little beads of smoke trailing off it.
Oh no,
Singed hairs as it just leaps towards you and tries to bite at you. Does a 12 hit you?
It misses.
All right. It also is going to make a big old
Mage
claw
armor.
at your face. Oh yeah, mage armor, sick.
Yeah, that
Okay.
hits.
Yeah, so you like just barely manage to avoid getting bitten. As just this
barely.
big paw just bears into you and slashes you for 11 points of damage.
Yeah, that one hurts.
And yeah, that is going to be the bear's turn. Back up, Anemone. It hurt high, and it didn't do anything about it. Sure, it got lightning and magic ballista shot at it, or flame and magic ballistas, but it didn't even respond.
That's honestly kind of rude. So I think Anemone's gonna take that personally. Let me see what I want to.
Personally.
Yeah, she really did. Let me see what I want to do to this bear.
Oh yeah.
Alright, it's currently attacking Milo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You see Milo in
Okay.
a familiar bleeding position.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Milo. Sleep will come very soon.
I hope so.
Okay.
One hit.
I think
Yeah, it's pretty accurate actually.
I'm gonna try and make this
If it crits.
easier on everybody and shrink the bear. One of my favorite things to do.
Hell yeah.
All
Shrink,
right.
shrinky boy.
Yeah, so you cast the spell. What save does it make? Constitution. All right. So let's see if it can do it. It's got some good con.
The bears are tanky. Bears are tanky.
No.
Yeah. So you go to
The
use your
spell
magic on this
backfires and I accidentally double the size.
thing. Y'all ever see a bear
Why?
stand
Why,
up
why,
on
why,
its
why,
hind
why?
legs?
Wait, is that actually a condition?
Roll
No.
a d20 for
No.
me, Kayla.
Oh no.
That would
no.
be fun.
Lord.
I'm kind of fine with it
Kayla
personally.
is trying to kill me.
I got healing magic. I'll help probably.
Oh my god.
You see the bear stand up on its hind legs, paws in the air, as you swear it grows another foot or two.
You have to remember, Anemone just woke up,
I
so.
hate magic.
This thing, standing on its hind legs, it's nearly 10 feet tall.
It's a big boy.
Milo, back up!
Okay.
Rex, you're up.
Cool, I still can't see you, right? There's no lights.
Nope.
Sorry.
Ah.
Please. Use your other senses. Your sense of smell is 10
You can
times
tell
better
there's
now.
a big old bear right in front of you. You know, you heard the attacks on Milo. Just a moment
Yeah.
ago.
I swipe one direction and I shoot a sacred flame the other.
All right.
Oh,
So-
I hit the wrong button.
Good job.
I will say,
Nailed it.
I am. Yeah, you go to try to Sacred Flame and you just can't see any targets. Has to be on a creature you see within range. So I'll allow you to swing your dagger randomly, just because this
Is it
spell
so dark
literally
that
doesn't
you
let you
can't
do
see?
it.
It's funny.
5 feet?
Just because it's
doesn't have a
funny
candle on.
to see me randomly
Oh,
flail.
true.
Yar.
Okay, you swing and yeah, you manage to slash at this bear. You feel it hit something.
Guys, I hit something.
Can you
hopefully
make
not
a
one of you.
Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh,
Me?
no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Okay, you swing and you just you feel yourself get shocked as you hit this bear, but not for any damage. Okay,
Static boy.
So range.
Milo, what up?
Yeah, what up,
What up?
indeed?
What are you doing?
What
How's it
am
going,
I gonna
Michael?
do?
What up,
What the
homeboy?
dog doing?
See, I thought
Dog.
last time staying in range was a bad idea. A good idea, and it wasn't, because I got stabbed multiple times over. Ooh, I have something I can use.
All right.
I have something I can use. I remembered it now. I have Phase Step. Which, if I remember correctly, it's not listed in Roll20, but Phase Step. With a step, you vanish from one place and appear in another. It's just a racial trait.
Okay.
I could do this once per long rest, and I didn't do it yet.
You have
so, I can teleport up to 5, so 30 feet. So I'm gonna go boop. See you later.
That is insane for a racial ability. I love it.
Also, because of my Winter Elegant heritage, when one creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you before you teleport must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
All
So the
right.
bear's gonna have to make a Wisdom. How wise is this bear?
He's a pretty wise bear.
That's an extraordinarily wise
He's a
bear.
Very wise bear.
Cool. And now, I believe that's my action.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get away just fine.
oh no, it's a bonus action. Never mind.
Oh, jeez. Free Misty Step. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bonus action, but it's once per day.
Yeah.
So
So,
I think Mr. Step's also a bonus action.
yep.
Yep. So now I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt. So,
Okay. Make it happen.
please. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta hit the. Where is it? Okay. Button not work. Why button no work?
Click harder.
I'm clicking as hard as I can.
Well,
The
he's
button's
attempting
not
to
working.
click. What are you doing, Wick?
Okay, there we go. Fine.
Now I'll have the globules come out. And I'll have them surround us so
Okay.
we can all see.
Yeah, you
I
now
think
all
it's-
see this bear, and it might be bigger than a lot of you guys are thinking. It's massive.
Oh,
Um,
I'm also gonna change Witch Bolt damage to fire.
Okay. Now, is there any save he
that
does to
slightly.
that, or is it just the attack roll that goes on?
It's a ranged attack.
Okay. Yeah. So once again, this thing is singed. Okay.
Yeah, action for globules to come out. They're 10 feet, so I'd keep them pretty condensed,
Yeah.
like around here.
In this area, it's enough for all of you to see the bear and your allies. So.
And then as a bonus action, I can shoot again.
All right. Make it happen.
Oh,
That is a hit. Okay.
It's not a crit though.
No, that would have been an insane crit too. But
Mm.
yeah, but you do hit the bear. You see it just pierce with this big old magical bolt from your ballista.
There you are.
Okay. Next up, the bear.
Oh,
Who
boy.
does he want to go for? Milo's a problem. Anemone did say hi. But he's gonna just go after his closest target. He's gonna make a chomp at Rex.
Sorry, bud. I was gonna die if I didn't.
Does,
that
20
hits.
hit you? Yeah. So
Oh,
you take
yeah.
10 damage. And he's also going to
Knock
claw at you. For another... So you all see as this bear is swinging.
Oh my
It
God!
claws at Milo. And Milo gets like really hit by this thing. You see him suddenly dissipate and appear, 20 feet behind as he, fires another attack. The bear's attack is relentless. It continues, leaping and beginning to maul the closest target as it gives a big old slash across Rex. Rex falls to the ground as it just chomps on Rex, shakes him around like a rag doll, and tosses him to the side.
You're unconscious?
Looking at the
Oh,
other
yeah.
targets.
Oh yeah. Remember, I don't have my armor. I had to take it off.
Oh shit.
What if we all died a bear?
My armor increased my AC by a lot. It's not as high as it used to
God.
be.
The bear's,
I am out
PK.
cold.
Total bear player kill.
bear's now just gonna get all in the middle of you, ready to hit everybody and eat everyone.
Why?
Dragon doesn't taste that good, I swear.
So the
Go away.
healer's down.
Yeah.
Anemone, your turn.
Oh boy. What do I want to do to help this situation? I could run away,
It's a good idea.
go live my life with goat meal. I guess I could attack the bear, but not very strong. But I guess I should probably help my new friends, especially because my favorite dragon.
It
Well,
doesn't give you rides though.
yeah, he doesn't give me rides, but it was nice to cuddle up next to. So, I guess I'm gonna try and stab the bear with my dagger.
All right, go for an attack.
Boom!
Ooh.
Make a Constitution
Nice.
saving throw.
Yep. Hitting vital points. Really vital points.
Okay, yeah. You feel the hair on your, you feel the hair stand up as you stab this thing, but it is a clean hit right to the stomach.
Take that, you stupid bear. That's what you get for not saying hi to me.
Mitch, death saving throw.
How do I
20.
do that?
And then you're up, Miles.
Nat 20.
Yeah, just hit it.
I just
Nat 20.
You just hit it.
That's not one.
Here's that point of the game where I must remind all of those watching. A natural 1 in this game is 2 failed saves.
oh
if
boy.
you make 3 failed saves in total, you be dead.
Oh boy, that's not a good way to start
You
this.
can be saved with a heal, with a medicine check, a
Hey,
potion,
An enemy, by
Or-
chance. Do you have a heal?
rolling
I do
three
have a
good things
heal.
on top.
Maybe a good time next turn.
But does Anemone have any spell slots? We'll find
Wait,
out next
hold
turn.
on. Did you cast something or did you hit him?
I just hit the bear with my dagger.
Do you have healing word? Because that's a bonus action.
I have cure wounds, and I have 4 slots in total, so
Okay.
That's 3?
Yeah, I know there's been a lot of speak
Can't
with
speak with
animals
animals a lot.
going on, but
yeah.
At least
Yeah.
3
I
times.
honestly
think.
haven't been keeping track.
I'll say you definitely have enough for another heal. But
Okay,
In the
can I do
future,
it
we'll
now,
keep
or
track.
do I have to wait?
that is an action you'll have to wait.
Okay.
Okay. So Milo, what's up, buddy?
I was like, Pear's back. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to once more proc Witch Bolt. So it's gonna take 1d6, 1d12 more 5 damage.
Question: since
So
it's a
s-
ranged attack roll, is it a disadvantage in melee?
No. So
Not for Witch Bolt? Okay.
Witch Bolt, if it hits once, I can use my action to just do more damage again automatically.
Okay, so it's not.
Yeah, so it's not a hit.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll it, and then it'll roll the damage, or I just won't roll it because I forgot I have to go here to click it.
Yeah. Scroll up and hit it however you choose. Okay.
So it takes 12 fire damage.
Yeah, this thing it's a big angry bear and it's not looking good.
It's on fire. Is the bear? It's on fire. Please kill the bear before he kills me. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Okay.
All right.
So you see this bear, just teeth just ready to go, finishing Milo off, but it is Wick's turn.
I'm not good at medicine, but I'm gonna try and stabilize him.
Okay.
Is medicine check, right?
Yep. You will have to get next to him.
That's fine. I think I can go here without
That's fine.
getting annoyed with the bear. Or the bear getting annoyed at me. 21?
Okay, so you go to patch up his wounds, and you just... What do you do to try to staunch his bleeding?
I'm just gonna and just take one of my many layers and just rip one off, and I'm gonna wrap it around his torso or wherever he got. I'm assuming he got claw.
Yeah, you see his torso, just his robe ripped open in the front. You just see red and gold everywhere.
That's weird. Okay. I'm gonna wrap him up. Do I don't know, whatever first aid I think I know I have.
Seems
kind
to
of just
stop
do
the
that.
immediate bleeding. So.
If there's any moss around, I'll shove it into.
Roll for
wound.
infection.
Yeah. Oh no. Consequences.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
And
You seem stabilized to your knowledge.
okay, cool. And then my cannon can move. You can cause it to activate if you're within 60 feet of it. Part is the same bonus action. You can direct the cannon to walk or climb up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space. So I'm going to just have the cannon move back because I'm assuming it was right beside me and now the bear is almost stepping on it. So I'm going to have it move back and then shoot again.
This thing's gonna try an attack of opportunity at the cannon. It's
Sure.
moving away from it. Bite the cannon.
Does the cannon have hit points? Oh
It
no.
does.
Oh no.
Does a 13
Meets it,
break
beats
the cannon?
it.
Ah.
Oh.
Wait, the cannon is 18. Oh my god.
It's around 18 AC. Number of hit points equal to 5 times your artificer level. So 3. So it's got 15.
So it's still up.
Oh my
Just
god.
Just
just
now.
enough.
He's like, I get to live today.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay. Yeah, you fire. It doesn't miss. It's in his mouth. And you
Sick.
just see this cannon just get spat out of its mouth by its own recoil. And the bear just has a big old mouthful of blood.
Yeah, it's... So the only way that I can heal it is if I put mending spells on it, and I don't have mending. So, but that's fine. We can figure that out later.
For now, that's
Yeah, and I guess I'll just stand in front of Rex, being like, ah, hoping that the bear doesn't hit me.
The bear. Let's see. It's gonna make a quick check, real quick. It's going to claw at the cannon. The cannon just hurt it real bad.
Okay.
But it does not seem to hit it.
It's on its wheels. It's scurrying back and forth,
So the bear is going to take a chomp at Wick instead.
Okay.
14. Does that hit you without your armor on?
Yeah.
Okay. Take 12
I have my
points.
armor on because it's only leather.
Oh, okay. Leather armor. Great. Still hits you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't have to take it off.
Yep. 12.
And I
points
have
of
the +1. I have the +1 from my
Yeah.
infusion.
What's that put your AC at?
So just 13.
Okay.
I can't math. How much? 12?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the end of the bear's turn, and Emily, you're up. You see Rex, on the ground with some sloppy bandaging wrapped around him. You see Bear just bloody-mouthed. Milo,
I guess
scared out of his life.
I'm gonna go back and forth in my head. If I save him, I might be able to hold that over his head and he can give me rides. Or I can be the karma for him not giving me rides and just let him die. Or just bleed out a little bit. I
While
guess
she's
I'll do the
considering
good
Rex, can you
thing.
make a death save?
Through neutral.
Wait, what? What's up?
While
I'll be
she's taking a while to
stabilized.
consider, can you go ahead and make a death save for me?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Didn't I stabilize him?
What are you doing, Emily?
I'm gonna help him.
Do you cast Cure Wounds?
Yes.
Helping the dragon helps me. Thank you.
Okay, ooh, that's a good heal.
Yeah.
So what's it look like as you
Pretty
use
hell.
your Cure Wounds on him?
I don't know.
Shoving oatmeal
I
into
walk.
his mouth.
Yeah.
It's got healing properties.
Honestly,
Eat
I
it
don't-
quickly.
I don't know if I still have oatmeal, but that's pretty good. I go up to him. I think she would feed him something or just like lay her hand on his chest. Live.
Yeah,
Rise.
Rex, for the second time.
Rise.
For the second time in the past 5 minutes, you wake up with anemone touching you.
Good morning, sleepyhead. I
God.
just saved your life, so you owe me.
I look down at the huge gash, but I see bandaging around it. I'm like,
You also see me like kind of standing over you.
Yeah, I was
facing
like-
down the bear.
just like, what happened? What
You
happened?
don't see Milo. He's still
Get up!
hiding behind the
You hear a
12 foot
roar in
tall
the
bear.
background, just...
Well, you see what happened is we went inside a big butt, and then while we were sleeping inside
Anemone,
of
we
the
don't
big
have time, please.
6 seconds.
Milo, it's your turn while she's distracting Rex.
Okay. 1d12 more fire damage is my act.
Yep.
Woo! Guaranteed damage. Let's go. Let's go. Please die.
It is real weak.
Oh, come on.
Wick, you're up.
Okay. I think all I can really do is have it shoot again.
Okay.
Because I don't want to drop concentration on dancing lights. So I will.
And the bear
Have
sees
it
Rex
shoot
get up and looks over
again.
at him. Then it turns back
Good.
towards the cannon. It blasted it in the mouth.
Oh, I was gonna say while it's distracted.
It goes and immediately tries to chomp at the cannon again, grabs it in its mouth and picks it up, just starting to crack through the metal of it. But at that moment, you see a magical bolt pierce through the back of the bear's neck from the inside. And it collapses to the ground as the cannon skitters to the ground, unharmed from that. You beat the bear.
And then the bear came in the middle of the night and we were attacking it. And I was going to try and just say hi to the bear, but it didn't really say hi back. So I decided it probably wasn't worth it. And then, oh, look, they killed it. So I guess that's the end of the story.
Milo just drops to his knees, hands on the ground. Just...
Wick
I
is still
like-
just standing like in a defensive position, like.
I don't like bears.
Just like get up and assess the situation.
Okay. That happened. Lightning bears, not cool, not cool.
I thought it was
Make a
pretty cool.
Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh,
Me?
please don't tell me this thing has an electrical
All of us.
explosion.
Everyone?
Or standing in a small corridor.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Everyone, yeah. Saving throw or just check?
Con?
Saving throw. Constitution.
Oh no. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Oh, yeah.
3 of you instantly die.
All right,
God.
so you all take damage. Wick, you take half of this. Let me just stack up the dice right quick.
Let's go. Okay.
Here we go. Will the party die? You all take 1 damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow, okay.
It's a D4. Fuck you.
I wasn't gonna say it, but thank you. Got us all terrified for a D4.
I'm
So
just
let
looking
us
at my
stack
very,
the
my
dice.
very low health.
I think
It's
you'd
like,
say, let me stack the die.
I was like, if it's 30 damage or more, I'm dead.
Yeah, if it's like
Fine.
12, I'm gone.
dude, a little draft of wind could have killed me.
You have actually, I think you have just about as
You
much
got,
health
like,
as I
11
do right
health.
now.
It's decent.
Yeah, but still, I don't know how much damage
I have
it's gonna do.
8.
Everyone but an enemy is like really hurt right now. We're all like bleeding out, and then
She
like
didn't even use
oatmeal.
She didn't even use a wild shape either. She's fine.
You know, she starts the fight saying hi to the bear, ends oh, bye bear.
Hi. Oh, you're down. Get up.
22
you owe me now.
HP.
Bye,
I'm
bear.
chilling.
Just mid, and then hi there.
Hi, bear. He ignored me. Oh, rise.
Oh, he's
Hey,
dead.
I also got a really good stab on the bear
That's
for
true, that's
karma.
True, you
true.
did get a good stab on the bear.
That was a melee
After
attack
that, it was
druid
like-
crit on a bear. So
Yeah.
Nothing like a druid
Like casually,
melee
what?
crit.
a druid low bonus dagger crit. There we go.
I had to get him back for not saying hi to me.
That's right.
I'm just gonna say I like Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt is guaranteed damage.
I love Witch Bolt. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if
Also
he hit you
being able to
again, then
change it from lightning.
concentration's a problem, but he didn't hit you again, so you're good.
Yeah, is Witch Bolt a concentration? I don't
gotta
think
be.
it is.
It's gotta be.
I think it is concentration because you do damage every round.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's concentration. Okay,
hmm
that makes sense.
So there's
Oh.
a big old bear corpse that shrinks down slightly as it dies.
Oh, I'm gonna be pissed when I see that. Did
I should have given
Did
it
it
the
just
bonus
shrink?
damage
Wait.
from the.
Is the shrinking affect concentration? The shrinking and growing?
Yes.
She cast a cure wound, so it would have went
Cure wounds doesn't break
smaller.
concentration.
Yeah.
I thought any spell casted after concentration spell breaks
No,
it.
just any concentration spell, or if you get hit to lose concentration, you can still use other spells, any instantaneous
I'm
spells.
mad. I could have used firebolt.
Now you know.
I thought because like I had
Oh,
concentration.
so you're
and then
concentrating on the cannon, you can't do anything else? Yeah.
I was concentrating on dancing lights. I
Oh, yeah, even worse.
was like, I don't want to get rid of the lights. We're already doing so bad. Wick's just gonna go and walk over to where they were sleeping and just.
Yeah. Yes. Go take. Finish.
why did the bear just shrink?
Shut. Shush. Sometimes it is best to just ask questions and just sleep while the bear is dead and there are no more bears.
Maybe it was buffed. I don't know.
I give like
Yes.
a weird like just sharp eye at an enemy really quick. Yeah.
He just starts whistling. It's not picking up though.
Milo's like holding his chest, walking over the wall,
Yeah.
taps Rex on the shoulder, about as high as him too. He's just like, "Good job, bud." And then he just sits down and he said, "Get some rest. Get some rest, my friends. It is a couple more hours. Yes, I will scream again if there is another bear. Don't worry.
I really hope there isn't.
I am going to hope there is
Also,
another bear."
who did such a terrible job with this bandaging? Yeah, I see.
Not
it.
outing
over.
him. I refuse to out them.
Yeah,
Roll
but
over.
I see an enemy point at Wick. I'll keep that in mind.
I tried. You were dying.
I'm going back to bed, and I would like to crawl on top of the bear and curl up like a cat
All right.
on the non-bloody part if possible.
Yeah.
gonna be like an air mattress in the
parts of it that
morning.
good.
Like,
It's very
it's
fluffy.
gonna be on the ground.
Whoa. Oh, no, it's gonna decompose.
Nice.
It's gonna
Be
sink.
fine.
The bed might stiffen
Yeah.
a little by morning, but it'll be fine. Little rigor
now
mortis
it's
setting
cozy.
in, but it's cozy.
Damn, my bed has rigor mortis.
Oh boy.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, Anemone?
Oh no, I didn't think it was gonna have electricity.
Oh.
That's a fair assumption, to be honest. Oh, okay, good job.
Your bed's all warm and tingly.
Oh,
As it should be.
So who is taking over shift right now then?
still me. I was only 15 minutes into my shift
Got you.
before we got mauled, literally.
Mauled by a bear.
So
What's that?
I
What's
will-
that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Revenant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Oh god.
okay. Milo, give me a perception check.
I see
Ooh.
nothing. There is nothing.
Give me an Arcana check.
Why?
As you're sitting, you hear like this low humming noise,
Okay.
and it only lasts a second or two. But as you're sitting, the entire cave that you're in just lights up significantly, and what seems to be a streak of lightning runs inside the walls and almost spirals across through the cave you're in, and then just disappears to some other part of the cave. So it's as bright as lightning in there for a brief moment, but it doesn't seem to, kill anyone. Nice, luckily.
It is concerning, but I think that we have dealt with enough trauma for now, so I'm going to keep it to myself. And I will tell them when we are all nice and rested with some warm oatmeal in the morning. The morning news. Lightning in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
This just in. Breaking
Yeah.
news.
The weather is looking like lightning in the walls.
Yeah, and aside from that, rest of your 4-hour watch goes without anything else crazy happening.
Oh, wonderful. I'm gonna wake up, it's really only one option. I'm sorry, Rex.
I knew I was gonna get woken up.
The other one wasn't gonna do anything for us, let's be real.
Rex, you wake up, you have all your health and spell slots back, as do you, Milo.
Yay!
Okay.
I'm no longer in pain.
Yep. You
Long
look down
rest.
under your bandages, front of your robes ripped open, but
Yeah.
there's a little scar going on, but, missing a few scales.
We can fix it. I don't have any. I don't have any spells that can do it, but we can sew.
Is there a lot of light in the room right now?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, cool.
Just the subtle glow. But yeah, his
I mean,
watch goes without anything
I'll light
else
up.
happening.
Am I the only one awake now?
You're now all waking up.
Oh, we're all waking up.
I will put dancing lights back up.
You see a set of
Right.
arms rise from the pile of fur in the middle of the room.
Ew.
Oh god, it gave birth! Oh no.
It's just me, guys. Good morning. Did you all sleep well? You're looking better, Dragon Boy.
Just a very stern look. Just no words.
It was crazy. I had this nightmare that we were attacked by a bear.
An enemy looks behind her at the bear. That's a crazy dream. You'll never believe what actually happened last night.
I will never believe it, you are correct.
Anyways, we should probably get those rod thingies in the Titan before it decides to wake up.
Ah, yes, speaking of the Titan, there was something I meant to tell you this morning. Well, during my watch, I was tending to my wounds a bit. There was a large streak of lightning that struck through the walls, like across the walls. It's hard to explain, and he kind of starts tracing like lightning marks across the walls, and there's kind of like slight little magical trail that follows his finger.
Ooh.
I do not
Was
know
it-
what that means, but
Did you feel any wind when it happened?
Not that I know of, no.
What if that means the Titan's waking up? It could be like his nerves or something.
I had
That's-
to assume it has something to do with the Titan's body, yes.
Well, I don't want it to wake
Okay.
up when we're inside of it.
Yeah, that
Especially
would-
not in its butt.
I especially think we should not allow this thing to get to the other side, it seems as to what our mission is. So, Gods, as soon as possible. Yes?
Okay.
I agree.
Maybe we should
Okay.
prioritize that before the dead body a little bit.
Also, by chance, does anyone have a mending spell at all? Ah, fair
I
enough.
don't. You see
I
the
don't think so.
you see the catapult just like collapse in on itself.
Sparks shoot off it as it does. Puff of smoke.
It's like Torbjorn's turrets exploding.
Yeah.
Oh.
It just resets it at the top of the day, so it just
Sure.
disappears.
Yeah.
It just goes. Pew.
Good old magic.
Yeah.
All right, then. Who would like to take point? Should we just follow the same rough orders that we did yesterday? Is the bells of lightning in my eyesight?
Before we leave, would I be able to snatch Wick for a second?
Mhm.
Just have a one-on-one convo.
Drags me away.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, just one moment.
What's up?
As I drag Wick. You're the one who did my bandages, right?
She gets really small and her skin starts to go blue. Yeah.
Then you saw what's under my robe, didn't you?
No.
Would I be able to roll to see if Wick is lying?
Yeah, make an insight check. It's not a very high bar with that, no. But
I would like to grab the front of Wick's shirt
Uh,
and be like, "You're lying. How could you bandage me on an open wound without seeing?"
you seem like you didn't want me to see it, so I said no, as in like, haha, no, I didn't see anything.
Now, would Wick know why I'm being so aggressive about this?
Her skin starts to look like it's melting and her eyes get really big.
Yeah.
it doesn't seem
She's
like,
like-
I don't think she would.
Okay. Then good. Keep it that way. It's for your safety and this entire party's safety that no one knows what you saw.
Okay.
And I let go. And I just walk back to the party like nothing happened.
I was looking at my book. You're good. I didn't see nothing.
I was waiting patiently for you both to get back. What were you doing?
Just having a discussion.
She steals herself.
Wick just goes from a very pale look to a flush of red back to her normal skin color.
I look up from my book. Wilson, if you are good to go, you grab your ration bars, and then we should push forward into the cave.
Let's go.
Yes. And I guess I'll lead them through the small little hole.
All right.
All right, I'm on all fours. Someone push.
Oh, yeah, I have all my spell slots now.
You got lots
Alright.
of spells now.
Yeah, I'm going to cast
Ooh.
one enlarge reduce to make him smaller.
Enlarge.
So you can fit through him.
Yeah.
Enlarge!
You make me
Make it
bigger.
even more difficult.
I'm 7'10" now.
Yeah, so you see him shrink down to nearly fitting the size of this cave. Convenient.
Oh, this is weird. I feel
Is
like
he
that
shorter than
probably-
all of us now? Well, like not
Yeah.
a
Tiny
but...
dragon
He's a little
boy.
shorter than the Anemone.
My name's Rex.
Hi, my name's Rex.
Don't talk to me. I'm gonna, don't talk to me. I'm gonna drink my beer.
Yeah.
Rex, you reach into your bag. Your thing of beer is smaller.
Cool. That means I could still drink it. It reminds me of when I was 10. I was this height.
Okay. So yeah, you all managed to make your way through the hole in the wall, and you can see once you get into here, you can tell it's a bigger area.
Wow.
Even though you can't see the opposite side, you see lots of little glimmers of light. As you step into this open cavern, it's almost like starlight across the ceiling, just a bunch of small, different glowing chunks of things, whether it's the fungi or, you know, little glints of sparkling metal.
Pretty
can
in
I?
here.
I'm gonna grab a piece of like my torn, probably absolutely ripped to shreds, torn front shirt. Just gonna take a ripped piece off, and then walk over to one of the gems and just start wiping it and just trying to like make it a little bit spotless, to take all the dust off of it. And then I wanna see if I can. I'm gonna cast Identify on it to see if I can understand the nature of the magic that's probably inside of this thing.
Okay. Yeah, so you go up to the wall, find one of these, you know, sources of light. It seems that it's a very kind of opaque gem of some kind. Very clear, but, you know, it's only really colored by the light that it's giving off. And you cast Identify, and it doesn't quite, like, seem like it's a, you know, enchantment magic of any kind or like a magical item, but you can tell that it's significantly magical in nature.
Okay.
And, you know, looking at it, you see it has almost a glassy surface, so you assume this is the Titan glass of which was spoken of before.
Rex, you are quite strong, yes? Can I get some assistance, please?
Huh. Huh.
I just assume the big tall guy is strong.
Yeah,
don't know
sure. I'll try.
I mean,
What happened to the
unless,
pickaxe?
Yes, do we solve that? I guess we probably brought it with us.
I'll say you
Yeah,
brought
you
it.
gotta-
Well, if someone is good with swinging and hitting things, then if somebody could chop a piece of is it Titan's glass off the wall, that would be wonderful, please.
Do we need it?
I need it for something.
I mean,
What?
I can take a crack at it.
It's kind of
I-
sus.
Don't know yet what it is I need it for, but I know that I do.
How does that make sense?
You know, I really don't care. I don't.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
I've been working on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I lean over to Wick and I'm just like, do you think he has an imaginary friend?
That's the takeaway.
Probably.
You
Probably.
should keep an eye on him.
I have been, but I'll continue.
Would I have to roll to try and
Okay.
break this with the pickaxe?
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check.
I'm gonna put the globules
I'll
like
give you a chance,
they can go
Mitch.
they can go 120 feet.
Mhm.
Does the cavern go, or like the hole go deeper than that?
Yeah, you see this one hole in the ground that's probably like, you know, at least 20-30 feet across, and you let the light sink into it, and it just keeps going and going and going. It
Ah.
seems like most of the sides of this are natural, but some are kind of like dug out, as if this is where they're trying to mine deeper.
This goes down farther than like a lot. Like a lot.
Then it is
Just-
probably the hole we are looking for, with the dead body at least.
Is there any ropes around? Like
Yeah, you
hanging
see a
over the
lot of just like
side?
pittons anchored into the stonework there, some ropes dangling from different ones of them, and just like, you know, a big old spool of rope as well nearby.
Do any of them look taut? Like
Um,
something would be at the end of them.
That's fun. Make a survival check.
Okay, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go give each of the robes a quick tug, and one of them does seem to be, you know, stuck on something or taut. It
This
gives
one
a little
won't
bit as
move.
you tug on it, but doesn't seem to free itself.
Before we worry more about those, should we start putting some of those rod thingies down?
know if this is the area that we needed to put them down in, though. I think we need to, like...
Do we put them all down together, or do we scatter them around the whole Titan?
From my understanding was that we would find other rods along the way, and there's like a specific open... I think, from what I remember, there's like an open area, and like we put the rods around, and then we have to reactivate any other rods that we come across.
I see. Okay.
Could each of you make a perception check? I guess aside from the people.
Yeah, can I like look around and see if there's any rod-looking thingies around?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you move the lights around, and Wick, you can see, like, you raise one of the lights as high up as you can into the cavern, and kind of like nestled around a bunch of, glowing fungus. There actually, it does seem to be a very similar rod, but it's like a slightly different color, may have like rusted at certain bits, which is weird because normally, magical enchanted items like this would be a little bit more formidable. But there does seem to be
How high would you say it is?
like 100 feet.
We should definitely keep an eye out for those rods, though.
Anemone?
What?
Look up where my thing is, my ball.
Wait. There's a spike in the wall.
Yeah, I think it's a rod, but it looks rusted, and magical items don't rust.
That's weird.
I know. Would I be able... Sorry, I was going to ask a DM question.
Go for it.
Would I be able to discern, like, I don't know, like, from past readings or something like that? Would I be able to, like, know if, like...
Hey, stop it.
Sorry.
Don't tell me to stop it. I'm doing my thing.
No, I'm telling him to stop clawing at my bed. Like how it would or like if this cave is making it rust, or if it's just been here for like a millennia. Like, is it natural
Arcana
or not?
or history check, however you want to approach this.
I make Arcana because I feel like it's more magical.
Yeah,
Boo.
you can assume that there's a lot of weird magical stuff going on in this area. Obviously, the light in the walls, the different things, the swooshing you keep feeling, but you don't quite recall anything like this having that effect on things, but it makes sense that it could.
Cool.
So, guys, if there's rods up there, should we replace them? I mean, they all don't look like they're doing much anymore. And with that lightning going through the Titan, I just want to make sure that we're not going to be stuck inside a Titan that's alive and we're not going to fail our first mission.
No, I agree. I think we should swap. At least we should grab that one.
Yeah.
And swap it out. But I don't know how to get up there.
I can fly.
You can fly?
Excuse me?
How?
I would like to turn into a bird, please.
What
Okay.
kind of bird?
It's probably, a typical, like, forest bird. It's nothing crazy. Like a crow. We'll say it's a crow.
Yeah, you see Anemone just shrink down and immediately in a puff of feathers turn into a crow.
I'll pick her up. Okay. Do you want me to throw you? So you can get a head start? I throw
I fly up there to
Yeah,
examine it.
Anemone flutter upwards. You keep the light up there so she can see it. And Anemone, you get closer. It does seem to be similar to the other rods. It seems to be rusted around the edges, discolored a little bit. And just kind of nestled in this patch of stone that has like a little bit of that fungus growing over it over time.
You need to deactivate it.
Caw! Can I still talk as a crow?
Nope.
Can I look to figure out how to deactivate it?
Sure, make a Arcana check.
Oh boy.
Okay, it has a button on it.
Oh, okay. Well, can I try and pick the button?
Almost -1.
I guess I'll land on it and peck the button.
A little bit of resistance.
Before, however, Anemone plans to get the rod down, maybe we should all step away from underneath it, just in case. It's a large, heavy rod that the bird cannot hold.
Is there
Just
any
saying.
like?
We should catch it though.
Are you going to try to catch a large, what was once a movable rod?
The rod is only like this big.
Okay. Yeah, try to catch that. You go for it.
Yeah, that's the size you guys. I mean, you've been carrying a dozen of them. You know they got some weight to them, and yeah, if they landed flat on your head, it would be bad. But you can
Yeah,
also
that would
catch them.
hurt. It would,
100 feet, by
but
the
they're
way.
light enough. I carried 12 of them. They're not that heavy.
Is there a ledge or anything around
My noodle
this?
arm.
There
Rod.
is a stalactite that you could kind of maybe latch onto the side of.
Her arms are like lankier than like proportionate to her body. Where she's just like, look at my arm.
My goal was to like demorph from the crow back to normal satyr girl.
There is
Would
not
that be
satyr girl sized.
okay?
Ah.
But I'm not able to press the button as I currently am.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
What are a
Man, there's
crow's
a
strength stats?
Very good solution to this.
I don't know.
Very forceful peck at the button.
Well, it's a strength.
I'll say yeah. You like jump on it. You try to do everything you can.
I just keep
and
pecking it.
Eventually, you do manage. The button kind of pushes in a little bit as it begins to fall. Meanwhile, are you guys still trying to get the thing out of the wall?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, can I get another another athletics check, Mitch?
Uh,
And could I also get a Constitution saving throw?
what?
Didn't think about this part.
Okay. Who is ready for me to roll all the dice?
It's a D4, baby. Here we go. This is intimate death.
Let's go.
Watch it be a D100 this time.
You take
That's 46.
17 damage, but you resist half of it because of your good con save. So it is going to be 9 damage.
9.
9.
It's gotta make one of those like, you know, like frying pan sounds that you if they get hit in like a cartoon. It's gotta make that sound as it clanks off my skull.
Milo, you can see
guy-
as this gem seems to like crack across it, as you just feel a charge, just a hit to your chest, Rex, of electricity.
Lovely.
The light does seem to dissipate from this gem.
So, been mauled by a bear and electrocuted today. What about you guys?
Mauled
In
by
the
a
span
bear.
of
We
24
got
hours.
mauled by a bear last
Actually,
night.
mauled by a bear and electrocuted as well.
Mm.
Meanwhile, the circus.
The
Yeah,
rod
yeah.
begins plummeting from the sky. You now notice it's kind of precariously near the hole in the ground. That would be awkward. Well, make an acrobatics check to see if you can catch it. Don't roll a 1.
And into the hole.
Don't jinx me.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You son of a.
Yeah.
You son. I quit this D&D.
You all see as Wick goes to catch the falling rod and manages to grab it, but slips over the edge of the hole
Oh God!
and falls
Can I?
in. What's everyone
How
doing?
quickly can I respond to this?
You know what? I will say make an initiative roll, just a flat one, to see how quickly you react.
I have a reaction. But
I'm gonna
not you.
give. Oh, I'm using my DM inspiration for this. I can't have a character dead from
Okay.
a fall.
So he was using his DM inspiration. He wrote a really nice
Oh,
bit of
why did I
backstory.
use that?
So he gets to choose before the roll to get an automatic advantage, which he is choosing to do so right now. Good choice.
Yep.
Okay, you can roll it again. Just cause. Yeah.
Nice.
You instantly see this. You know, you see the glint of the metal falling from the sky. You see the whole thing.
I can I cast levitate on her before she falls into the pit?
Sure. Wick, what are you doing as you slip into the hole?
I think I'm like reaching out to grab it, and then like as I like, if I successfully catch it or not, like
Yep.
I'll be like over the hole and then slip and just like start to almost like tumble forward into the hole. So I guess I'm just free falling.
Yeah, so you fall like 10, 20, 30 feet down, and then just kind of like slow, and just hover
Oh,
in midair.
Um,
So the ropes sway around you.
do I see anything this far down?
You can move another one of the lights down, and it just seems like a lot more ropes and danger. Darkness.
Did I catch the other rod that fell?
You caught the rod that fell. It is currently in your hand.
Cool. Cool. I guess I'll just. I can control levitate, right? Or you have to.
It says I can on my
Okay.
turn, but
I
you
think
can
that's
also grab
effectively
things.
just the target that it's casted on, so.
Yeah.
Your usual.
So, yeah, I feel like it's fine if you.
You can drop it
wanted
in
to-
chat just to clarify if you want.
Yeah, the wording is a bit funky.
Oh,
It
yeah,
says on
quite a
your
lot of wording.
turn. Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Well,
can
and-
says because it does specify like the target and then you multiple times.
Yeah, so I guess you are the
So-
one who controls it, looks like. Yeah, you change the target altitude.
Yeah. So I'm gonna yell down. But, are you okay, Zana?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes, no problem. Would you like to come back up, or is there things in there that might be interesting?
I don't see anything interesting, just a lot of ropes.
Okay, then.
I'd actually like to go like up to the ceiling if possible, and then I can replace the rod.
Yes, that was actually my original idea, but you seemed so excited about the bird, and I just.
Oh.
I'll send her up at like
You
a
begin floating
breeze,
up to
but a nice pace, not a free
Like, you ever seen
falling
a
at
plane take
terminal
off?
velocity pace. Yeah, jet engine. I just boom, boom, just launch her into the ceiling.
And then you see a splat on the ceiling next to you.
Oh! Plankton splat, just the face showing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you slowly rise up towards the same spot that Anemone's at.
I will take a new rod out and I will click it into place.
As a bird, I want to land on her shoulder.
Yeah, easy enough. You know, the new rods that you were given seem to work perfectly fine. You give it, put in pretty much the spot you saw it earlier.
Hey, I'd like to come down now.
all right, and then I bring him down.
Thank you.
No problem.
Can you
It
look at
is,
this?
Does it
Me?
look moss covered or does it look rusted? The
More
other
so
rod.
rusted. Although there is kind of like some fungus and lichen on it.
Can you look at this?
Sure, I can take a look at.
It's
the card.
rusted and I'm
Yes.
worried about that.
It is a bit odd. I can check to see if there are still any inert magical powers. Unfortunately, I don't have I've not learned the detect magic spell, but I can tell you what the rod does if it is still in a rod of immovability.
I mean, I can't do it today. I can do it tomorrow if we want to hold on to it.
I can probably ritual cast the identify and see what comes up. It will take moments, thanks to my studies. So, yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna use
Mm-hmm.
the Order of the Scribes. A few things does well. Which is I can ritual cast something instantly as long as it's a ritual cast spell, which identify is.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
So I just don't have to take the 10 minutes, which is not really saying a lot outside of the it takes 10 minutes.
Yep. You do find it is indeed an immovable rod. The description is a flat iron rod with a button on one end. You can use an action to press the button as you've just learned. And then, it holds up to 8,000 pounds of weight. So, seems to be acting. You press the button, try to move it. It's staying in place, but it just is very clear visually that time has not been on this thing's side. So, you know, them telling you to replace the rods does have merit, whatever caused it to, you know, diminish like this.
It is
Even the button
really...
itself seems to be like half rusted, stuck.
Yes. See, well, the rod is still a rod of immovability, and I press the thing, and I kind of show that I can't move the rod.
Hey, that's good.
So it still is functional. However, I think because of the environment, that magic behaves a bit differently inside the Titan, considering they are kind of beings of semi-pure magic at its core. And so if they interact with the environment and the nature, it makes it slightly concerning, but is understandable in some way.
Okay.
Definitely an issue, but I can see why we had to replace the rods so frequently.
So this one still technically has life in it, right?
Yes, it is still technically a rod of immovability.
So should we leave it here then instead of taking like as an extra precaution, even if it only lasts like another like couple months?
I think that it is best if we bring it back. They might be able to help revive the rod, so they wouldn't have to make any more of them, considering this one
Okay.
still has enough magic in it. So,
Okay.
um,
And we'll put
we
it with the
replace
other
it?
ones.
Yeah, so if we replace the current one, how many more do we have?
11.
You have 11 good
11
ones.
more to go then. 11
Well,
times...
we have 11 and we have 11 good ones and one one.
We'll replace the bad ones with the other bad ones.
Yes.
I guess I'll have grabbed that crystal that fell off, even though it's kind of dead.
Yeah, you still need to
Listen.
like chip it away, but it doesn't seem like it's emanating any energy anymore. So
I'm a bit sad, but I'll grab it anyways, and I'll pocket it before we take off.
Sad because you didn't get electrocuted, or
I'm sad because you got electrocuted, and because I didn't get my magical rock. I'm a crystal woman. You gotta even understand this.
okay, so you're still levitating.
Oh yeah, I'll drop it if she wants me to. If you're ready to.
I mean, how long does it last?
10 minutes.
Well, see, we can go down this hole if we want, and I can use something to make us go slow. We would descend, but we would go slowly.
Okay.
It would be for about a minute. So
Oh,
it's 60 feet every couple of seconds, so it could probably, I don't know how to math. How do I math? It's 60 feet per round, and it lasts for a minute. So 60 times 10 is 600, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's math. That's math.
Yep.
So
Big, long
I think we can
distance.
go like 600 feet or something like that. Which I don't know how deep this hole is, but I don't know. I can cast it multiple times. I think we could just like slowly fall down, you know?
If I look into the hole, it's just fade into darkness.
Yeah, it's a little past your vision.
It's a little past 60 feet. All right.
Yeah, I sent a light source down 120, and then when I was down 30 feet, I sent another one that
Yeah, so to your
120,
knowledge,
and it
it's
was
at least
still dark.
150 down.
I doubt
I didn't see a bottom.
That the hole is much farther than a couple hundred feet, so it is a chance that we can take. I leave it up to the others what they decide to do.
Technically, we could go 6, 12, 1,800 feet, but then I would be tapped for the day.
That would be not bad, but also not great in case of another bear attack.
I did okay last night without it.
It was
as the bird, I just fly over to the hole.
yes.
Like, I want to go in. Caw!
Can't see
there
much
was
in there,
ropes
but
on the side, right? That would lead down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see how secure these ropes are? If they're possible to carry weight.
Yeah, you
A
walk up to one,
dragonborn?
tug on the,
Yeah.
rope.
Dragonborn away.
Yeah, you tug on it. There's a metal spike like hammered into the stone, holding up the rope. It seems to have. Make a survival check.
Okay.
Yeah, real sturdy looking knot. Seems to be sturdy as far as all that goes. You pull on the rope, seems to be held in place.
Just making sure I'm a big boy.
Yeah, you lean some weight on it. It's fine.
Okay. Well, if your spells fail, at least we have the rope.
I mean, we could take the rope first, but I feel like people are gonna get tired after a minute.
Yeah, the rope will take too long.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Maybe while we're following, we hold onto the rope and we let it slide through our hands. So then, if the spell fails or something happens, we can like instantly grab it and it's like right there.
Okay.
Unless that was what you were thinking, and I'm just dumb.
No, that is a fine idea. I think this
Okay.
is a fine idea. Well, I am good with that. We can jump into the hole.
That works for me.
Free
Okay,
fall,
everyone, grab a rope.
except for the person who can already fly.
Well,
True.
yeah.
Yes,
So you guys. Well, I could do it, but yeah.
this is not.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
is too necessary.
All right. Everyone, grab a rope. I grab a rope,
Grab a
and
rope.
I cast.
Grab a rope.
Feather fall. I take out a feather, and I take my tools, and I wrap some wire around it, and I throw it in front of us,
Oh.
and everyone gets feather fall. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Oh no, not this
Oh no!
again. No.
She's ascended.
The sun. Hold on. Sorry, my Discord
Okay,
just
cast daylight.
closed. Yeah, apparently.
Weird champ.
Divine
Yeah, so
intervention.
you all grab hold of a rope. Find a good sturdy one that seems to be in a good position and lean over the side and cast a spell. And we see what seems to be the most controlled repelling effort by a group that has a combined score of -4 strength.
Wow, we are not strong.
Damn.
We build different.
What's Shydok's strength?
Anyway, you
not near Don't tell me the wizard has the highest strength, please.
So yeah, you all start rappelling down. There's as the lights.
Hey, I have a
follow you
0.
down,
I have a 0.
there's some zeros in the group, bringing the average up.
The average.
I have a negative
hold
1.
on.
Yeah, there might be some people with negatives. I don't know who, but just.
Yeah. Yeah. So I send the lights
Crazy.
down in front of us, and I we go really quick. We can go 60 feet around if we wanted to.
You can see a bunch of little spots in the wall where it seems like more of these Titan glass gems have been taken out of the wall. Some other things that it seems has been burrowed deeper in, like they're in Minecraft trying to find those connected ores or something like that. And bunch of just more stalagmites at this point just jutting out from the side of the wall. Some are impeding your path if you were to be going straight down. But you have a lot of control over the situation, being slow falling. Let's see. Can each of you make a perception check?
Yeah. I want to see if there's a broken rope.
You don't.
I don't. I see nothing.
Yeah, you're moving down looking for the ropes. You kick off the side of one of the stalagmites. Don't quite see any change in the ropes. Most of them seem to continue down further. Some kind of stop, but they have
the
a
lights
knot
too
balled
far
up
ahead.
at the bottom. And Rex, as you're rappelling down, you go to avoid one of the stalagmites, and you go to kick off it with your foot, and it feels very soft.
Off. That's weird. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, so you kick off, it feels soft, and then as you look over to it, it moves slightly.
Oh. Guys.
Yeah.
We might have a bit of a weird issue here.
What is that?
I'll send one of the lights towards him.
Well, This is soft.
Is it, what is soft?
Milo, you feel a rush of air behind you.
Ah, I think the Titan farted.
I'm sending one of my lights over towards Rex so that he can get a better look at what's soft.
Mm-hmm.
Question mark.
Yeah, light goes and floats up next to you. You're still falling, a lot of you, but you can like grab onto a rope and hold yourself in position for a moment.
Touch.
Yeah, you touch it. It shakes and shudders a little bit.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want to alarm y'all, but I'm a little nervous that this may not be a little cavern. This might be something that's alive.
Okay, well, we can't go back up, or we have to keep going down, and my spell's gonna drop in like 20 seconds, so we need to make it to the bottom.
Would I be able to identify what this thing is? If it's like a creature with like a medical check by chance?
Sure. Make a let's call it nature check.
Nature check, okay. I got 0 on that one. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Okay, that works.
Yeah, it does seem to be some sort of creature from what you can tell. As you look at it closer, you now see as the stone of the stalagmite seems to almost peel apart. And you all just see the back of this creating this big silhouette of just like spikes, jutting outwards. And Rex, you just hear this really obnoxious shrieking sound as you stare directly into this peeled open stalagmite. And yeah, you like lose your grip on the rope as you just hear the just crazy shriek at you, and the rest of you just see from down below as well, that's where we end the session for today.
Oh.
Find out next time.
Stalagmite monster.
Mimic?
The Titan's alive.
Question?
Anglerfish? Question mark.
The entire
There's some
Titan's an
bioluminescence
actual
going on.
Yeah, I just...
Oh my god, guys, what if we're in his sphincter? Like his intestines? Because we did enter through the butt.
We did
True.
enter through the butt.
Yeah,
Very
that's
true.
why I asked for a medical check, just to see if I knew any medical knowledge, what body part or something this could be.
Are we? Yep. Are we in the intestines?
I don't
We
know.
don't know.
Anatomy of a giant titan.
It's fair. We're about to. We're heading right through it.
We're about to know real
It's
well.
like that episode of
We're about to get
Magic
real
School Bus when
familiar.
they shrink down and
Yes!
zoom in.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, just the reverse.
Yeah.
We're not going in through the nose.
Yep.
I did think they could show that on Magic School Bus.
Crazy! Oh my god, we're gonna go Zakuku and Zapupu area.
That's a cuckoo.
I think we already did.
Zakuku and Zapupu!
Oh no.
At least I got an episode title for this now. That's good.
That's the wildest title you'll ever see.
If only it was.
Which comes out on Friday on Dice and Fired.
That's
So
right.
missed the beginning of
Unlike
the
Monster
session.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Imagine.
The lesser campaign. Because we're clearly the superior one.
I'm
Yeah.
in that campaign too, though.
Shots fired.
I do play a bird without the ability to speak properly, though. So.
Tenkus are fun.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Mhm. And I have to repeat a bunch of idiots to form coherent sentences. So it's good fun. But
Heck
yes,
yeah.
that is where we are left off, within the Titan itself. Will our heroes be able to place the rest of the rods? Will they find out what happened to the dwarf? And will they escape from the sphincter? We'll find out next time. So thanks everyone for watching. Thank you guys for playing. Went a little longer,
Oh.
but you know we needed to hit that good cliffhanger. So
I'm tired.
Had to get there.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will be back next week. Hopefully we'll have the full party here, and hopefully he'll be able to get to you guys where you are right now. Fortunately, you do have a master guide just outside the cave entrance, so anything could happen. Or we'll see separate adventures that are coming from Shydok. Other than that, anyone have any cool happening this week they'd like to say?
I've been streaming a lot of Zomboid because I have a problem. So, if you like zombie games that are really difficult and you like to see someone do really stupid challenges in said zombie game, I'm your guy.
True.
Alright.
I play
I
Genshin
like
and
goats.
I stream Genshin Minecraft. That's it.
I myself will be probably streaming Friday. I've been doing a Yu-Gi-Oh thing where I stream until I, get to the next ring in the ladder. But now I'm like climbing through gold, so it might actually end up being a long stream. So we'll see
Ooh.
if I'm stuck in the Elo depths forever. But,
Hey, welcome to Elo Hell.
right?
Welcome aboard.
But I'm like good at games, so it couldn't happen to me, right? Yeah.
I've also been streaming a little bit recently.
Dog.
I've been surviving, making D&D environments in Blender and stuff, so it's fun.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully everyone in chat has a good week. If you're watching the YouTube video afterwards, you can have a good week as well. But you should come check it out live because it's a lot of fun in chat, especially with the players bantering in chat alongside everyone watching. It's always good fun. Wish I could do it more as the GM, but all is well. I'll do it as the player in the
We
other
got
campaign. You guys give me all the banter I need, don't you worry.
you.
So yeah, subscribe to Dice and Fire, subscribe to everyone's channels here, follow them on all their stuff, and return for more Dice and Fire. We shall see you all next time.
Later.
Later.
Hey, yep.